Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Are you bummed that Luke didn't get sort of a reunion with Han Solo?
Absolutely. In fact, when I was reading it, I thought, if Leia's trying to mentally contact me and she's not successful, she'll rush to his aid. She'll get close to him and then get into some dire situation, and that's when I show up for a big yay! Save her life. Then we rush to Han and are in the same position that Rey and Finn and Chewie are. Too late to save him, but witnesses. And I say, because it would carry so much emotional resonance into the next film. For us, his wife, his best friend to witness, instead of two characters that have known him, what, 20 minutes?
Well, you're assuming that I train Rey.
Exactly. Sneaky.
Do I?
Sneaky.
I know, I have to be really careful. People say, was it difficult to pick up and wield a lightsaber again? And I go, do I pick up?
Is it difficult acting in this movie? Am
Well,
I in this movie?
I can promise you my part is twice as big as it was in Force When I read 8, I told Ryan, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've decided about my character.
Who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does. I mean, a Jedi is optimistic. A Jedi has tenacity. He never gives up. He doesn't secrete himself on an island. But you'll...
Something that George initially set out to do was a kind of 3-act saga with these 3 trilogies. And I think we felt that we should honor and respect that.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
I think that the thing that George never did was maintain the status quo. And I think that that's really important because...
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
I've kind of lost control of Star Wars, so it's going off in a different path than what I intended. But the first 6 are very much mine and my philosophy. And I think that philosophy sort of goes beyond any particular time, because it's based on history, it's based on philosophy, it's based on a lot of things. And you know, the first 3 basically tell you how a democracy turns into a dictatorship, and you end up with a tyrant, the emperor. It's a very important now, where we are now in our political history.
And as always, may the Force be with you.
I'm kind of retarded.
Fade in.
Hello. Welcome. I haven't gone live in this channel in so freaking long. Well, I mean, I do live streams like I do, the Jack show, and sometimes I host Flashcast, which surprisingly, everyone likes it when I host. Well, everyone usually hates it when I host the Jack show, but everybody loves it when I host Flashcast. And then this most recent Jack show, everybody, of course, loved because there was drama. That was not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to talk about Star Trek. And so I'm like, screw it. I could just do that by myself and not get interrupted. As much as I love Cecil, that drunken bastard talks over everyone. Oh, thank you, Russell, for the super chat. What are you going to say? They did our girl dirty on that bridge photo. Did they? I don't know. Also, how come everyone else on YouTube that does StreamYards gets the super chat window, but I don't? So I have to manually go and star everything, but I guess I just read this, so I'm going to unstar it. Thank you. Drunk Review Picard. You know what, Kevin? maybe I'll do that later. Not today because I have stuff that I have to do. I have to go grocery shopping, but I'm waiting for Peaches to come home so we can go grocery shopping. I told him, I was like, we are going to hunt down these Mountain Dews, my Code Red, because I found some. I had like 4 boxes that I had bought from the store, and then he knows. Like, here's how you tell if I love someone is if I share my food with them, because I don't like sharing food with anyone. Or it's like, unless I'm like, I don't want this person to completely hate me and it's like a new person and we're not on that level of friendship where I can tell them to fuck off and they're not going to hate me forever. So it's like, but he lives with me. He's lived with me for a long time. So he knows I don't like sharing food. I'm like, this is how you know I love you, especially these 2 items that I never share with anyone. My Code Red and Cinnabon. I don't share those 2. Like I don't care who you are. I do not like to share. Especially those 2 things. So him and, well, we had his daughter here for a week. Or was it a week? I don't know. We had her here for a while. And they're like, oh yeah, Anna loves us. We can drink her Code Red Mountain Dew that she scoured the earth for. Those fuckers drank 8 of them. And I'm like, I love you too, which is the only reason you guys are not dead right now in Minecraft YouTube. So I told him, I was like, you owe me 8 Code Red Mountain Dew cans. So we are going to go scour the grocery stores. And how is she not 800 pounds or 200 pounds? Excuse me. Russell, because I really don't eat that much. I actually don't. She counted them. No, here's how I know, Jake. So in my fridge, I obviously don't just put all of them in my fridge. So I have a row of them. So I know how many are, when there's a certain amount left, I know how many have been taken because, you put in the rows, right? And I knew how much I had drank. And so I knew, but I was like, this is why, let's see, even hot Cheetos. No, I had to learn how to share hot Cheetos. But also, here's the thing, guys. I like the extra hot Cheetos. So I love watching people try them and then start crying because they can't take the heat. I know it's my morbid humor, but I get joy from that. I'm like, and then they're like, how do you eat this? And I'm like, because I'm strong, bitches. My taste buds are like, yeah. It's also probably why I get tonsillitis, however many times a year, which is very unfortunate. Let's see. What was I going to do? Okay, I have some things that I have pulled up that I need to, talk about. So give me a second. Let's see. Okay, so I have this. So if you guys see the link, there's a link in the chat that says, back Narwhal's book here. So I have a friend who is in Comicsgate. He goes by the name Narwhal. And so he has this comic book that's out. Now, I want to preface with, I don't even at this point care what Narwhal's books are about. I will buy them because every story I've read of his is very good. And it's very well written. This one, the artist is from a book that I really liked, which was Monster MD. That was a really good book. That was by Von Klaus. And Narwhal got the same artist to illustrate this book. So it's a book about dogs. And his pitch is that it's like John Wick, but if John Wick died and John Wick's dog is the John Wick of dogs and going after to find who killed his human and do all of that. So I read this. He sent me a copy. I took forever to read it, which is my own bad. And it was really, really good. It was really good. So the link is in the chat. I'll post it again, but you guys should definitely go and watch it. Or not watch it, go read it. Sorry, I'm reading the chat pop up as I'm trying to get things starred so I don't lose them as I'm trying to pitch this comic book. But so yeah, he set his goal at 30K. I don't know why. Most people set it at 10K. But he set it at 30K, and so he's got 35 hours left. Now, I think, let's see, he's less than 4K away. I think he can do it. Let me just refresh, see if it has gone up at all, because I know he's streaming. Okay, cool. Look at that. So he's got less than $300 to get to 28K. So he only needs to make $2,000. So I think he can do it. So guys, this is actually a really good book. I only had the digital copy. So you guys, if you guys want like an actual book, go and check it out. I actually did order this before I even read it, just because again, Narwhal is so good at storytelling and his writing. And of course it's about puppy dogs. So it is really good. And then I guess he's got this other book, Slave Girl, that everyone is excited about. And it's just like, basically savage Tinkerbell getting revenge on people that imprisoned her. So it is pretty good. So I would, I didn't read the Slave Girl one. I only read the dog one, but I would highly recommend it. So go and check that out. Let's see. Anna would give Razorfish no book. Oh, actually, I talked to Razorfish before he launched it. I'm so spacing out. Let me actually pull that one up too. We're going to talk about it on the Jack Show. I think Cecil said he was trying to get him on the Jack Show. Okay, give me a second while I go find it and pull it up. Where is Mr. Razorfist's account? I have to like manually type in his name, like the entire thing, or else his account doesn't pop up. I don't know if it does that to you guys. Okay, I found it. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so his book has passed the 100K. So congratulations, Razorfist. He is at $167,000 with 988. So he's really close to 168,000 with over 2,673 backers. Congratulations to Razorfist. And so he's got his comic up here. I haven't heard his pitch yet, but again, it's Razorfist. So there's just some people that I'm just like, I don't even need to know anything about it. I'll just buy it because I know it's going to be good. And so this is Razorfist's book. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Mods, if you guys could, periodically post it in the chat, that would be great. So yeah, there is a Razorfist book. So go and check that out. All right, cool. Let me get some of these super chats that came in. So Cesare Japan, thank you. Should try a trip to Glocko's old grocery, World Grocery. There's specialty sodas, maybe your beloved Code Red, also for the Code Red. Oh, well, thank you. I've never heard of this place. Is it in California? I mean, is it close to me? Let me Google it, actually. Okay, so let's open up Google. The last time I found it was at a Vons. So I think I'm going to have to go to Vons. Oh, this is in LA. Oh, I have no interest in going to LA. I hate LA with a burning passion. It's hell. There's no parking. And if you do park somewhere, somebody always like opens their door and like dings your car, and it's like, and the people there are insane. Oh yeah, there is a lot of soda here. Oh, here, let me share my screen. Yeah, I absolutely hate LA. It's so ugly. It's gross. And guys, remember, I lived in San Francisco, and San Francisco, in my opinion, is much better than LA. Okay, so yeah, they got lots of sodas. Yeah, look, it's the Beatles. I just have no desire to go to LA. If I'm in LA, now this is a place to go visit. I hope it has a parking lot. Oh, it does, I think. And then it also depends on what part of LA it's in, because that will make a very big difference. But thank you for the recommendation. I appreciate it. Okay, Mark Zart, thank you about Picard Season 3 is a Star Trek we've been missing for so long. Strange New Worlds is okay. Discovery is woke crap. And the first 2 seasons of Picard suck. So Season 3 was a breath of fresh air. It really was. Now let's talk about Picard, since we have this super chat and all. So I really liked Picard, but when I first watched it, well, I wasn't even gonna watch it because I'm like, I watched all of Season 1 and I watched the first episode of Season 2, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, guys. Like, my brain is just too fried. And when you get to the point where you're like me, so I do the YouTubes and I talk about things on the YouTubes, and while I'm doing the things on the YouTubes, it's like, shit, I got to talk about this thing and I got to talk about this thing. And it just makes me like really like, after a while, like sometimes it's like, oh, like this shit happened and it's funny. Like, let's laugh at this stupidity. But after a while, I'm like, oh, yay, this thing that I love sucks. And this other thing that I love sucks. And this other thing that I really, really loved, well, guess what? They like lit it on fire and pissed on it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll tell you guys what happened, but I don't know, it just kind of gets me down, and it makes me not want to do this. And I have a lot of fun like doing YouTube and stuff, but after a while, I'm like, I don't know if you guys feel this too, but I'm like, oh my God, like I already have enough problems in real life, but now I'm like doing this, and I'm like, God, this is fucking depressing. Like, I don't even want to tell you guys about this because I don't want to ruin people's day with this news. And so everyone's like, oh, well, Gary said it was good. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure Gary likes the taste of water. I hate the taste of water. Critical Drinker says it's good. And I was like, okay, he probably thinks The Godfather is a good movie. I fucking hate The Godfather. And then who else was it? The ginger dude. They're like, oh, he says it's good. And I was like, okay. All these people that watched it. And also I was like, I would like to mention, and I like all these people, so this isn't a diss at them. All these people that liked it had early access to it. And I was like, huh, doesn't that sound a lot like people like, what was the one dude that gave me a super chat one time because I was talking about Pocahontas? The guy that Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers doesn't like, what's the fuck? John Campea. Okay, John Campea, like he gets early access to stuff, and everything he gets early access to, he says is good. So I was like, did that just happen? Like, what's going on here? And then so I was like, no, I was like, I don't want to watch it. Like, no, of course people that got early access to it are going to say that it's good. And then everyone was yelling at me. And then Flash, this motherfucker who's in the chat. What's up, Flash? How are you? So Flash was like, you guys have to watch it because we're going to talk about it on Flashcast. So I was like, God damn it. Okay, fine. I'll do it just because we're going on a show and we got to talk about it. And I watched... This is my thought process on why I watched Picard. I was like, well, they made me watch redo of Healer, and that was great. So I'll watch Star Trek Picard season 3. And so I was laying in bed because I was like, I'm not pulling this shit up on my big TV. I'm not pulling it up on my computer. They want me to watch this and go on this show. All right, fine. I'm going to lay in my bed. I'm going to be all comfortable. I'm going to have my puppy dog next to me, my blankets, my pillows all arranged. And I watched it on my phone. And I was like at first I'm like, And I was like, oh, it's that Romulan chick. Oh, he's giving away his stuff. Of course he's giving away his stuff. And then first with like Beverly and like the stuff with, Jack's like luggage that somebody was like, oh, that's an Easter egg. I'm like, it's not an Easter egg when the entire shot is of the thing. It's like, it's an Easter egg when there's a hidden Mickey in the background or something like that. Or when you're watching Toy Story 2 and they're going through the bushes. Oh, and all the, not the ants, but the bugs from Bug's Life are like on that. That's an Easter egg, not zooming into a fucking suitcase with Jack Crusher's name on it. Like, that's not an Easter egg. So I was like, okay. And I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, that was cool, but how are they going to ruin Beverly? Like, I'm just waiting. I'm like, they always do this. They get y'all, and then they pull the carpet right out from under you. Like, we see Luke Skywalker, he's holding the lightsaber, and then he's like, bam. And I'm like, when is they going to throw the lightsaber over their shoulder? So I'm waiting, and then it doesn't happen. I'm like, all right, well, here's Riker, all right, okay. My feelings, oh my God. And then when it ended, I was like, and the music started playing. Like, when I heard the music, I was like, oh my God. And I saw that the guy that made season 3 followed me on Twitter. So I messaged him, and I never message anyone. Like, I don't like talking to people, especially strangers, but I messaged him and I was like, thank you. And then I was like, it was like holding my, like, I didn't know that I had been holding my breath, but it was like I had been holding my breath and I finally got oxygen. Like, that's what it felt like. And I was just crying. I was in bed. I'm like, oh my God. And Peach is like, what are you doing? Like, don't you have to like go on a stream? And I was like, I just watched Star Trek Picard season 3 and they played the music from The Next Generation. And he was like, okay. And I was like, you don't understand. You don't understand what this means to me. I've been waiting for years. And like, he was just like, all right. Is there like a who is it in the chat that's throwing a temper tantrum? I keep seeing someone talking shit. Let's see. Oh, this person. All right. Here, random. What is your even picture? The Wanderer. The Phantom Menace has no integrity. It's a shame to see. Dude, fuck off, man. Go take whatever dildo is up your ass and go take it out and, like, I don't know, go clean or something. dude, this is how I feel about it. And also, the Phantom Menace like destroyed itself a long time ago. Like, what is that anymore? Like, nobody gets along anymore. Nobody talks to one another, and it's not a thing anymore. And this is my own opinion. If you don't like it, that's fine. I don't really care. But if you're gonna come and spam my chat and insult people in my chat, then I don't know, go fuck yourself, I guess. Well, I guess you already had a stick up your ass, so I don't know, go take the stick out and like go eat some ice cream and go, I don't know, look at sunshine. Anyways, all right, so there we go. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, and then I filmed my like reaction or like my review reaction video, and I was like, and then I watched more and I liked it, and then Peaches finally started watching it, and I made him wait until like episode 9 came out because I know like he's gonna binge. Like, because Peaches does this thing. He always knows exactly what's going to happen. Like, he'll watch like 20 minutes of something and he's like, oh, this is how it's going to end. I'm like, fuck off. Like, I love you, but you're right. And like, sometimes, especially when I like don't like the way that it's going to end and he like tells me, I'm like, stop. So I didn't want him to like guess the ending, which he probably would have if I made him just like watch each episode at a time. So I turn it on for him and he's like, all right. And Peaches is a Star Trek fan. He's watched all the shows. And so I turned it on and we're watching it and he's like, okay. And he didn't come up with the ending. Thank freaking goodness. I don't even think he's watched the last episode yet, but it was funny. I like left him with the TV because I wanted to go to sleep and I was like, I've seen this before, but then I was like, oh wait, I was like standing, getting ready to go to bed. And I was like, I didn't notice that the first time. Like in the first episode, when Riker gets on the ship and he's like touching the ashes of the person like Beverly shot. And he was just like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. This wouldn't happen like with a standard phaser rifle. And I was like, oh, it's because it's a changeling. Oh my God. And they don't know it yet. Holy shit. Oh my God. I was like, I didn't notice that. Obviously, I didn't notice that the first time I watched it. And then like when they get on to the Titan and Picard's like adjusting like the badge. And then there's this other guy that they pass and he like has this shifty look, like he looks like double takes them. I didn't notice that at first either. I thought like for the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, it's just some nervous like cadet guy. Well, what was he, like an ensign? It's just like a nervous ensign because it's fucking Jean-Luc Picard and Captain Riker, right? But I was like, oh no, it's because that mofo's a fucking changeling. That's why they're all shifty. So I was like, yeah, there's a lot that I didn't notice the first time, so you definitely have to watch it multiple times. But yeah, it was great. And everybody loved it, even though the ending was Return of the freaking Jedi with the Borg ship. And then it was the last episode, it was like, yes, we have Return of the Jedi. And then we have Lord of the Rings. So in the Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King, remember how there's like 10 endings in that movie? It's like, all right, we got Frodo waking up and Gandalf and all the hobbits come jumping on the bed and they're all laughing and everyone's like, oh, yay, and like the sun and everyone's glowing. And then Aragorn, or why do I keep saying Aragorn? Okay, I keep saying Aragorn because the guy that played Jack Crusher, Jean-Luc's son, he played Aragorn in the terrible Aragorn movie. I remember I was reading those books as a kid and then they made the movie and I was like, this is shit. What the hell is this? And it was not a fun time. So anyways, that's like in my head when I made this nostalgia. I think I did this in my video too. But so we have Aragorn and when he's getting crowned and like then he sees Arwen and he's like, and then kiss and then he's like, the hobbits are all trying to bow to him. He's like, no, you bow to no one. Everyone bows. The hobbits like, and then we have the hobbits go home and they're drinking and Sam's like, I'm gonna fucking make that move on Rosie, and then him and Rosie get married and have the babies, and then they all go to the ship and then they say bye, and then Sam goes back and he starts writing the book, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, like ending after ending after ending, which isn't bad. It was good, but that's exactly what this last episode of Picard was. It was big thing and then an ending and then another ending and then another ending and then another ending. And I know some people didn't like the fact that 7 of 9 became a captain, and I'm like, all right, aside from the story aspect of like, yeah, I ignore season 1 and 2 of Picard, so I'm just going to pretend like she was in Starfleet the whole time, or maybe she had problems in Starfleet. But anyways, okay, Raffi was an intelligence officer and was a higher ranking Starfleet officer for a long time and this is the one thing that season 1 actually establishes. So Raffi actually had been in Starfleet and was well qualified to be a first officer of a ship. So let's just get that out of the way there. 7, you can argue about, but at the same time, 7 has Admiral fucking Picard, who just saved the entire fucking planet and Starfleet from the fucking Borg again. And she's got Janeway, who has saved the Delta Quadrant, the Alpha Quadrant, the Beta Quadrant, and the Gamma Quadrant, basically the whole galaxy from the fucking Borg, however many fucking times. She's got those two people both vouching for her. She's also a very, very, very intelligent person who is extremely valuable to Starfleet, considering all of the knowledge that she had while she was part of the Borg. So she is very much qualified to be a captain. So everyone that's arguing about that, I'm like, bitches, you don't watch fucking Star Trek. Like, that's just it. It's his mindset now that you have to hate everything. And it's like, oh, this person did something bad and I don't like them. And because they're somewhat in charge of this, we can't do anything with that. Well, guys, look how that is. Alex Kurtzman, yeah, he was in charge of season 1 and 2. Season 3 nobody cares about season 1 and 2. Season 3 comes out and it's showing in the fucking movie theaters and selling out. I couldn't go because it sold out like that, and I didn't make it fast enough in line, apparently, even though I was there immediately. But yeah, it's like they didn't do that for any of the other Star Treks because nobody fucking liked it. Nobody cared. And so it's like, yeah, this is hugely embarrassing for him. Same thing, and I am going to talk about Jon Favreau leaving and all of that. But guys, Jon Favreau embarrassed Kathleen Kennedy and all of the people working at Lucasfilm with Baby fucking Yoda. Baby Yoda is the most popular Disney thing that has come out of Star Wars. That's it. Rey, nobody cares about. How much money did they spend on the sequel trilogy? Guess what? Nobody fucking cares. All people like about Star Wars right now is Baby fucking Yoda. That's it. Well, when the first movie came out, everyone was like liking Captain Phasma, and then she was completely fucking useless. And it's like, why would you have that armor? Like, that armor is completely useless. Everything about you is useless. And it's like, oh, you bring back this, you bring back these, you bring back all these people. Nobody fucking cares. They had a TV show with Anakin fucking Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nobody fucking cares. You know what they do care about? Baby Yoda! Baby Yoda. So when people support things, and you know, Disney completely changed the way that they were doing things because of The Mandalorian, because of Baby Yoda. So sometimes when you support things that are good, they have to listen, because at the end of the day, they do have to answer to business people, and they have, what are those things called? I always blank when I'm in the middle of rants. The really, really fucking boring thing that they do in New York, like Wall Street. What is that? The stock market. Their stocks. Okay. They have to answer to the people that own the fucking stock in their business. And they're like, hey, Baby Yoda can make you $1 billion fucking dollars. Just saying. Like, do you know what, if they would have just done season 1 of The Mandalorian and been like, oh my God, it's so successful, let's do a Mandalorian movie with Baby Yoda. $1 billion fucking dollars. There you go. $1 billion because of that little guy. Rey? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Rey and Kylo Ren except for fucking weird Reylos, and then they make them mad. And Reylos don't buy anything, so that's the difference. People like me that love little Baby Yoda, every fucking girl in the world loves Baby Yoda. You can find a chick that doesn't know shit about Star Wars, that's not nerdy in any way, and she knows who Baby Yoda is. I guarantee. Go to the mall, and yes, this is like what is it, a stereotype? Go to fucking Sephora or any makeup store, purse store, dress store, like Forever 21 or something, and find a random chick in there. Don't be creepy, and ask her, hey, you should pull up a picture. I was like, do you know this? And they're gonna say yes, and they're like, oh, so cute. I guarantee you. And women spend money. Just saying. I'm gonna take a drink of my Code Red. Let's see. And Grogu, his name is not Grogu, it's Baby Yoda. It's gonna be in the Rey movie. They're gonna ruin Baby Yoda. Oh, I guarantee. Well, you know, it's kind of hard to ruin a baby. Like it. Okay, that's Disney going like, hold my beer though. Okay, you're right. They might, like, I was gonna say, like, how do you ruin a baby? But it's Disney, so they will. So, but here's my point of it. When it comes to Star Trek, yes, we saw something great. And when they come back and do something, of course, Alex Kurtzman is embarrassed, so he's going to want to get back in charge, and he's going to embarrass himself again. So the best way to deal with these situations is to support what is good. So that way, the people that actually can make executive decisions, not creative decisions, you need the executive people to literally just look at the numbers and then say, it's literally just about the numbers. This did successful, this one didn't. We need to go with this one. So yes, when something is good, you should support it, like Picard season 3, because guess what? The next project that Alex Kurtzman was probably like, oh, Star Trek Picard season 1 didn't do as well. Star Trek season 2 didn't do as well because there's no interest. And then season 3 comes out and it's a fucking hit. Well, then guess what? Terry is probably never going to be able to do what he did again. So Alex Kurtzman's going to try to do something. It's going to be woke, absolute fucking trash. Nobody's going to support it. And then the executive people that aren't in charge of the creative, that just look at the spreadsheets, they're going to be like, oh, well, the common thing in this is that the person that like season 1 and 2 did bad, season 3 did good, and then season 4, well, that's obviously not because Picard's over. But the next thing that they do, oh, it's not good. Well, look at the difference. What is the factor between all these? Oh, the one that was successful was made by this person, and the one that was not successful, that completely bombed, all of those were made by this person. Oh, clear as day on why. So yes, it sucks that people like that still remain in positions of power. But at the end of the day, it's the people that make all of those executive decisions that get to do that. And so that's going to bring us into Star Wars and talking about the Jon Favreau thing. Now, I saw this on like 4chan a while ago, but of course I don't believe everything I read on 4chan. But, and sometimes like I just peruse it. I'm like, what's their big thing today? And then I start laughing. But so Jon Favreau, and that's why it's in the title. And also I am going to talk about Henry Cavill in a little bit. So I'm going to warn you guys now because it is amazing. There is some shade being thrown, but I'll get to that in a minute. But so, excuse me, Anna is making good points. So I actually make great points and I never get credited for any of them. It's very, very sad. I used to not let it get to me, but now I'm like, I see people making not millions, but thousands of dollars on things. I'm like, yeah, I said that first years ago, but whatever. Okay, let me pull this up over here so I can actually have this. Okay. So anyways, also, what was I going to say? Hello, everyone. I saw that there's more people joining. Please smash the like button if you haven't already and go check out all of the things that I have linked. Let's see in the chat. Go check out Narwhal's book. Let me see if it got on up. And I think I saw I had a super chat from Narwhal. So Narwhal, I'm sorry I didn't get to that. So Narwhal, thank you. Thanks for letting people know about Sybaris. Anna, this is not a payola. I'm just saying thanks. Well, thanks, my dude. Yeah, I know. So guys, go and check out Narwhal's book. It's closing in 35 hours. By the way, thanks for the 10, Narwhal. He's got, let's see. Let me refresh, see if it went up at all. Or is my refresh button not working? There we go. Okay, so he's at $27,822 with 530 backers. I actually did read this book, guys. It is good. Everything that Narwhal has put out is very good. So you guys should go check that out. Just go check that out. Okay, so there we go. Let's get into the Star Wars thing with Jon Favreau. So yeah, I saw a while ago about how Jon Favreau didn't work on season 3. Now, what season 2 was the one that ended with Luke Skywalker, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember how season 1 ended at all. See, because all I cared about was that. I do not. Din Djarin is a fucking terrible character. That show is so badly written, even when Jon Favreau was there. And I'm sorry, that's just the truth. If you guys are like, I don't know, like thinking that it's the greatest thing. And I remember people gave me so much shit and I'm like, but it's not well written. Like that's one of the greatest things about the original trilogy is the subtlety that was there. Like I was having a conversation with somebody and this was on air. I can't remember. I think it was Jesse actually. But so I explained, I was like, yes, I liked Princess Leia's arc in The Empire Strikes Back. And she's like, she had an arc. I'm like, yeah, Princess Leia had a huge arc. One of the most important lines, like when she says, I love you, and Han Solo says, I know, I'm like, everybody loves that line. Everybody, yes, it was improvised. He doesn't say, I love you too. But it's like, that is so important because Leia has already like done her hero's journey. She already is the person that she is. But the entire movie of The Empire Strikes Back, like you have these other storylines, and it is very compelling. And not just because it's the love story aspect of it, but it's because usually it's the woman, right? That is like, oh, I'm so in love with this guy, and da da da. And it's like the woman trying to get the guy to be the commitment kind of type. But that's not the issue with Leia. The thing with Leia is that she has to close off her emotions because she is, she has to be a leader. She has to, shut off her emotions so that way she can lead people during this time of war. She literally stood there and watched her entire planet get blown up and wasn't just a complete, sobbing mess afterwards. She got tortured, and she was so strong as a person. She was so in control of her emotions that she kind of turned off that side of her so that way she could lead, and that's why she's a very good leader. But in The Empire Strikes Back, the entire time it's Han Solo trying to convince Princess Leia to come to terms with her emotions, to come to terms with her feelings for him, and basically like it's okay to have feelings, it's okay to have attachments, to love people, which is funny that Princess Leia wasn't the one that was the Jedi. And because if Princess Leia was back like during the prequels, she would have been fucking great, at being like a Jedi master, being, giving, counsel on how to like turn off your emotions. And so that's exactly what she did. So in the entire movie of Empire Strikes Back, every single time you see Princess Leia and Han Solo, it's him trying to get her to come to terms with her feelings. And that's why that line hits so well. And that's why Harrison Ford is such a good actor, because he knew it didn't feel right. And so he said what would feel right for the character. He is Han Solo. He knows that she loves him. That's why he's pursuing her the entire movie, because he loves her and he knows that she loves him. It's just trying to get her to recognize it. And so when she knows like he could possibly die, that is finally the moment when she's like, I love you and like I can't lose you, and like coming to terms with her emotions and letting that out. And like that's why he says I know, because he's like, I know, I've been trying to get you to admit that to yourself this entire fucking movie. And it's great. And it's very, very subtle, and most people miss it. And I mean, I love Empire Strikes Back so much. It is my favorite Star Wars movie, and it's most people's favorite Star Wars movie because there is so much there. Again, the art of subtlety is lost because in The Mandalorian, like, okay, first off, they obviously don't know anything about Mandalorians. Like, Dave Filoni is a fucking retard, man. Like, oh my God, you want to be the Star Wars lore expert when you don't even know shit. There's this great clip out there when they were making the Clone Wars, and Katie Lucas, who is a fantastic writer. It blows my mind that she's not the one that's working on Star Wars. She's literally George Lucas's daughter. Yes, I know she's not his biological daughter, but still, she is his daughter. He raised her. She should be writing Star Wars. My favorite episodes of the Clone Wars were written by Katie Lucas. She is a fantastic writer. She gets Star Wars because she's lived it her entire life. She literally has the dude that created it as a father that, has passed on his wisdom and his ways to her. And so it's like, it's a clip where he's like, oh yeah, well, we created this. And she's like, no, you didn't. We got that from the EU. And he's like, oh yeah, like embarrassing. That's why she's not there, is because she embarrassed Dave Filoni. So Dave Filoni, first off, doesn't, and thank you guys for the super chats. I am highlighting them and I will read them in a minute. But so Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are doing a show about Mandalorians when they really don't know anything about the Mandalorians. Like they really don't. They know like little snippets here and there, but the whole like, this is the way. Okay, guys, it really hurts my heart how many people don't read. Like it really does. The whole this is the way, and everyone is like, oh, this is the way, this is the way, and this is the way. I'm like, that's from John Carter. Like, you remember the book, like John Carter from Mars and all of that? That and what they go to Mars and he like is jumping. It's what inspired Superman. It's like, oh, kind of crazy. That's what they fucking say. And so this is the way, that's the Mandalorian thing. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You guys probably don't know what Barsoom is either, which is, what the people from Mars, that's what they call Mars. That's the name of Mars. Us humans on Earth, we call it Mars, but they call it Barsoom. But anyways, it's like, you guys know who Taras Tarkas is? Like, okay, well, guess what? You're ripping him off. You're ripping it off. It's like, wow, reading books, how difficult. And it is very difficult for people because they don't even read the fucking Star Wars books. I'm like, this Mandalorian shit, I'm like, do you know how fucking cool you can make it? And everyone's obsessed with the anti-hero thing. And so it's like, yes, okay, anti-heroes are cool because usually the people that write them know how to write a fucking anti-hero. It's like, have you guys never watched a Clint fucking Eastwood movie? Ever? Like, have you ever watched one? Maybe you should go and sit down and watch them, which these guys, like, I will give this to Jon Favreau. Elf is a hilarious movie. I like Elf a lot. When he's all eating the candy and stuff, I hate maple syrup, but I totally got that. And I felt like it connected my soul. I was like, hey, somebody that's as crazy with food as I am. I don't eat the gum off of under things because I'm not insane. But anyways, but I'm like, Jon Favreau is capable of making really good movies. I feel like always like the ending kind of falls off sometimes, but he is capable of it. He's capable of being a good storyteller. So what they needed to do was have him basically like say, I want this, and this to happen, and bring in someone who is good at writing all of that. You have some creatively talented people that create fantastic characters. So I'm going to bring up some of my, I know Graham Nolan. I don't know Chuck Dixon, but okay. So Graham Nolan and Chuck Dixon. Graham Nolan is an artist, right? And Chuck Dixon is a writer. They came up with the character of Bane. You guys haven't read those books. You guys really should. It's really, really good. And everything that Bane does is basically the second he finds out about Batman and Gotham, he's obsessed with breaking him. He's like, I'm going to go to fucking Gotham. I'm going to find out what makes that guy tick. And I am going to slowly make him go insane so I can break him. And Bane is obsessed with breaking Batman. It's fucking great. Now that's obviously not like an anti-hero thing, but it is so interesting. Like when you have a villain and the point of view is from Bane in the beginning when, you know, you first get introduced to him. And it's like he's the protagonist, if you guys can believe that, of his story. And Batman is the antagonist. Even though he hasn't done anything to Bane, he is the opponent that Bane is after. And so when you are reading, like, you know, the whole Batman Nightfall, and Batman is switched back to his perspective, and then Bane is back to being, you know, the villain, the antagonist, and Batman is slowly losing his fucking mind because Bane basically released everyone out of Arkham at the same time. So Batman is like just everyone is dying and the Gotham is on fucking fire as usual, but there's so much madness, and Batman is like weak and having like injured, and he's having to do this, and he's losing his fucking mind, and it's just really great. But Batman, even though he is a hero, a lot of people can, you know, see him as an anti-hero in ways, and I think that they did a really good job of doing that when you have the perspective from the perspective of the villain and the typical hero. Even though we all know Batman, you know, if somebody that never heard of Batman read it and it's like, oh yeah, maybe Batman's a bad guy, even though he's putting bad guys in prison, it switches that. So it's like he is a hero, but in this sense, he's an anti-hero. And that's not typically what you would get when you do an anti-hero arc. Again, go watch a Clint Eastwood movie. But I think that would have been great from the perspective of we want a TV show that doesn't have Jedi in it. Okay, that's fine. No Jedi, even though they immediately brought Ahsoka in. Okay, we have it. So have it be from the perspective of some people in the Empire, right? So they obviously brought Thrawn in, but you want to have somebody like the guy from, oh my God, what is it called? Breaking Bad, Gus from Breaking Bad. So he's their villain, right? Okay, so start off the thing with they're trying to find Baby Yoda or the Thing. And so the Empire is in charge of, you know, they need to go find this thing. And there's this fucking menace who is getting in their way and making it so that way they can't do that. So the protagonist of, like, let's say this is the first episode. So the first episode is from the Empire's point of view. And so it's like, okay, so the Empire, even though we know that they are the bad guys, they are the protagonists in this episode. And yes, protagonists can be the bad guy, right? And then they're getting terrorized by this antagonist, the Mandalorian. And if you've ever done anything in Star Wars, you know what a fucking Mandalorian is. And I'm like, oh my God, can you guys like just do some research on these characters and this whole culture that you claim is your favorite? But based on this, you don't, like, you want to tell me that Mandalorians are your favorite characters in Star Wars? You obviously don't know shit about them. Like what? How is this your favorite? You don't know anything about Mandalorians. Maybe they just like the aesthetic. Like, I don't know, Dave Filoni's a fucking idiot and he's obsessed with this stupid hat. I'm like, that guy has probably never been to a fucking ranch in his life, but he's wearing fucking cowboy hats. Give me a fucking break. But aside from the Skywalker Ranch, which doesn't count, right, as a real ranch, it's not that kind of ranch. Aside from, rich people places, go to like an actual ranch. I don't know, use a shovel, but I highly doubt he ever has. But anyways, I think they like the aesthetic of it and that it looks cool. And it's, if you just like something, you're like, oh yeah, based on like just the looks of these, you got Darth Vader, you got Boba Fett, you got Princess Leia, you got Han Solo, and it's like, okay, I think Boba Fett looks the coolest. That's fine if you just want to talk about aesthetics, but they're not going based on aesthetics. They're going on, this is my favorite character. I love Mandalorians. It's like, do you? Do you? Because I watched that show. It doesn't seem you like Mandalorians. It doesn't seem like you like Star Wars either. And it doesn't seem like you like the audience because you're treating us like fucking idiots. And every single time I have watched, I really like watching interviews of, very successful people. And I can't remember who it was. Actually, it was one of the few things, I think it's Variety that does it, but they have these like round table where they have like famous directors and actors and actresses sit around a table and like talk for like an hour, and they have the host that asks them like, oh, like, scripts that you thought, weren't going to do well, and then like they really did well, but you like believed in it and that's why it did well. And so I think it was one of those. But one of the things that always gets brought up, and I completely just lost my point because I was trying to think of what YouTube channel, what was I saying like 5-10 seconds ago? One of the things that they always bring up as the determining factor. Fuck, I forgot it. I lost my point. She's going in. I know. Okay, Mandalorians, kick them, Anna. I know. I just had a complete brain fart. Oh my God. I cannot believe I just had that. I'm gonna have to like go back and rewatch it. Protagonists, no. About characters, no. Fuck. It was a good point and I totally just blew it. Take a breath. I'm sorry. I talk a lot. I have been drinking caffeine, but I also did sleep really well last night. It was something that they all have in common. Fuck. Ah, shit. I lost it. It's gone. It's completely gone. Let's see. Okay, but so let's go back to what was I saying? I actually might just rewind the stream and see what I was saying. God, I feel retarded. I don't know. Did this ever happen to you guys? Like where you just have a complete brain fart when you're trying to make a point? Okay, it was before I drank. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna mute myself so I can hear this. Okay, I got it. I read it back. Consistency. No. Okay, so I said the point I was trying to make was how it doesn't seem like you like the audience. Okay, so this is something that when I listen to the Directors Roundtable, this is what they always say makes the most successful films is you can't treat the audience like they're stupid. An audience hate it when they're treated like they're stupid. So you have to, just go in just assuming that your audience is smart and that your audience is smart enough to, put these things together because people don't like being treated like they're stupid, right? I don't think anyone here, unless it's like one of your weird kinky fetishes, but people don't typically like to be treated like they're kindergartners, especially full-grown adults. Like when somebody starts talking to you, and this is why I can't stand like Grace Randolph's like shows. I don't watch her stuff unless we have to on like Flashcast, and then I'm like, oh my God, just shoot me. But she talks to her audience like they're kindergartners, like she's a kindergarten teacher, which is fine if some people like that. I fucking don't. I hate it. It's like nails across a chalkboard to me. But so when you guys go in and you guys watch a movie, so let's talk about one of the most successful movies ever made. So Casablanca, right? Everyone watching that movie, you're not getting treated like you're an idiot, right? They don't have to go and explain this intense backstory about Humphrey Bogart's character. Like you're just like, all right, he kind of runs this thing. They had a past. They sometimes, bring it up and show it. And even the one guy, the one where he's at the bar and he's like, says, I don't know why I tell you this. Like, I don't typically do this, but I'm telling you this because obviously it's a part that really needs to move the plot forward. But he acknowledges that it's out of his character to typically do this kind of stuff. And us as the audience see that as like, oh, this is like a businessman that you need to pay for information and all of that. But so it's like, yes, okay, don't treat the audience like they're stupid. Don't talk to them like they're kindergartners. This is a Mandalorian show, all right? This is a Star Wars show. So don't just assume that we don't know what the Jedi are, that we don't know all of this stuff. Assume that everybody knows, the basic information. Every single time you have a Batman movie, you don't have to re-explain who fucking Bruce Wayne is. We all know who Bruce Wayne is. We all know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. All right. Spoiler alert if you didn't. We know Bruce Wayne is Batman. We know Clark Kent is Superman. So you don't have to go and explain it to us. And it's this big reveal that this is who they really are. It's like, no, unless it's a brand new superhero, and that will be a big reveal on who they are, right? They had this perfect opportunity in The Boys, and they completely destroyed that. Like The Boys, it's like, here's the books, and then the show's going off in a crazy world. It doesn't even make any sense. But anyways, like one of the big reveals in The Boys is who Black Noir is when he takes off the mask. See, that's a huge thing. And those were, typically newer characters that nobody really knew anything about, except for that, they're the opposite of what they would typically be. Like, obviously, Homelander is the exact opposite of Superman, but he's the Superman character, but the Superman evil version. And so he is always the Homelander guy, though. But so for Black Noir, that was a big thing on who the fuck he was and why he is the way that he is. And so, but obviously you don't have that with Batman, right? So it's assuming your audience is intelligent and going from there. That way you can cut out all of this extra nonsense that doesn't need to be there. You don't need to explain every tiny little thing. Obviously, in every Star Wars movie, we had the opening crawl because it's like, no one had ever seen this before. Let's do this. Here's a tiny little backstory. So we got the bad guys. We're at war. Princess Leia got this thing and she's on the run and the bad guys are after her. Boom, here's the movie. And it's like, and then you watch it and it's like, holy fucking shit. But that is a Star Wars thing. If you wanted to put an opening crawl, which I really fucking think that they should, every one of these damn Star Wars movies should have had an opening crawl, even as shitty as they were. One of the things that I get so much shit about is I hate Rogue One. I think Rogue One is a terrible fucking movie. So many people are like, it's the best. I'm like, take Darth Vader out of it. What's your opinion on it? Exactly. Fucking exactly. That movie is so bad, and everyone's like, Annie, you're wrong. It's so good. It's the best one Disney made. And I'm like, well, you want to hear what it was supposed to be like? It was supposed to be an actual fucking war movie. But did we get that? No. They should have taken out the first entire hour of Rogue One, opening crawl. It's a time of galactic unsettlingness. Fancy words insert. Jyn Erso has been, her mother was killed and her father was taken by the Empire, and she's been raised by this one gangster dude. Now that she's an adult, she is determined to, finally go out on her, mission to go and find her father and save him from the Empire. But before she can, she's got to put together a band of people to help her go and rescue her father and, find out what the Empire's been doing with him. There you go. First hour of the movie, fucking done. You don't need the damn thing of her dad getting taken. She could have flashbacks. This is a great thing that people don't even realize. These things called nightmares? Oh, remember how Anakin Skywalker was having nightmares of Padme dying? Yes, those were like the Force visions that fucking Sidious was putting in his head. But still, it's like, you could have just had Jyn, like the flashback scene of her dad getting taken, have it edited and stuff so it looks like a dream. And so just why is she going on this mission? Maybe of this guy that she barely even remembers, that she barely even spent any time with. Have it be to she's afraid to go to sleep because every night she's just going to have nightmares of her dad getting taken. And that could be a really great character moment where she's talking to, one of the guys that she joins her team. And she's like, every single night I see my father's face and I see the man that took him and I want to kill him. I want to get my revenge and I want to get my father back. That'd be fucking great. That'd be savage as fuck. And I think everyone would be even more behind her, So it makes me so mad. And I'm like, God, it's like they never watched good movies. Like, because if that's what they think is a good movie, I'm like, have you watched things? And I know I'm not really one to talk because I hate The Godfather, but that is specifically because I don't like gangster movies. I don't. And maybe if The Godfather, you switched out all the characters and it was like The Hutts, I probably would like it, you know? But just because it's like real life and I'm like, Michael, you went from being a good person to a bad person. That irritates the absolute fuck out of me. I hate that. I'm like, you know, your mission was to, you know, basically not do that, and you fucking failed. Like, I don't like watching people fail. That bothers me. I can't stand it. I can't stand it in real life. I can't stand it in movies. And it's like, but you know, what's funny is I like the Joker, right? So I'm like, huh. So I was like, you add something like this or like Star Wars-y to it and I will like it. So I'm like, if they literally just deep faked all of the Corleones and into the Hutts, I would probably like it and think that it was fun. But because it's supposed to be real life and these are real people and this takes place in, you know, New York City and Sicily, I'm like, I don't like it. I'm completely disappointed in him as a human and I think he failed at life. But that's my opinion. I don't want to fucking see that. I don't want to see a person fail at life. And, you know, but I hate it. I hate it so much and people give me shit, but I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't like gangster movies. I hate Goodfellas. I remember my friend, she's like, it's my favorite movie. Let's watch it. And so we start watching it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I want to glue my eyelids shut and like just hold my ears because I don't want to fucking listen or see this. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it so much. But that's because I don't like those things. I don't like that genre. But in Star Wars, I think it would be great. Could you imagine if they just were like, all right, let's take The Godfather and let's do it with the Hutts? Do you know how many, and boys, no offense to women, but that's typically more of a boy thing. I know so many dudes that would lose their fucking mind and go crazy over that. Be like, oh my God, it's a gangster movie with the Hutts and with like the actual dark side of Star Wars. Well, no, I shouldn't say dark side, underworld of Star Wars. What's the one dude? I can never remember the name. It's like it's not Quran. It's the aliens. They kind of look like a squid and they got the little things and the beak. Do I have an action figure of them? I do somewhere, but I don't see them. Do you guys know what alien species I'm thinking of? They're the bad guys in KOTOR. They're the ones that run the what's it called? The underground in KOTOR. Get those guys. Get all of the bad guys, and you don't even really need to use humans. Karen, yes, Koran. These guys, yes. Get these guys, and have it be them versus the Hutts, and get some like slave Twi'lek chicks in there. Don't really have humans, and I mean Jim Henson. Like, this would have been. He would have done it, but it could have been so fucking great. That would have been cool, right? But no, we don't get it. We don't get anything because they assume that we're all stupid. And this is another thing. They assume children are stupid. Children are so freaking perceptive. Like, I watched Star Wars when I was probably way too young to watch Star Wars, which I disagree. I think every age is appropriate to watch Star Wars. But I mean, I picked up on the Princess Leia thing the first time I watched it. There were so many things that people were like, oh, you probably didn't realize that till you're old. I'm like, no, I realized it the first fucking time I watched it. Like, I like that. That's why I like it so much. That's why it's been such a big part of my life for basically my entire life, is because that stuff is awesome. There's also stuff that I picked up on in like Labyrinth. So a lot of people give Labyrinth shit because they're like, oh, David Bowie's like 40 and she's like 16. I'm like, that's the point. And it's supposed to make you uncomfortable. That's why she doesn't end up with him, even though they're trying to make him look all sexy. I'm like, that's the point, is that she is a child, but she wants to be treated like an adult. And so here's David Bowie with her in a ballroom scene, and she's in a very adult situation, but she's a child. And that's why she runs away, because the movie is about her realizing that she's not an adult, that she's a kid, and she also needs to take responsibility for her actions and stop being a selfish brat, basically, and enjoy her childhood while she can. That's what the movie is about. And so you are supposed to be uncomfortable with the fact that David Bowie is a full-grown man, and he's like, they're doing the whole like, oh, she, you know, he's in love with her according to the story, and she needs to be uncomfortable with it. It's great. It's great. Things that you know, pick up on. And it's like a lot of kids watch that movie. That's a kid movie, but you watch it and you like it. Same when you watch Dark Crystal and it's like, oh, everyone's dead. Everyone's dying. Or when I really like this book, I don't know if you guys remember, it's called The Page Master. It's like half real life, half animation. That's a good movie too. There's so many movies that are so freaking good, and they have very adult themes in them, but they're children. Like all of the Grimm's fairy tale, all Hans Christian Andersen, they all have very, very adult themes in them, and none of those people treat the audience like they're stupid, even when they are, geared towards children. They're like, oh, children need to learn. Children are very perceptive. They might not understand everything, but they know that there's something here. And as they get older, they will figure out what that is. And it's not inappropriate in like the way that all of the stuff is now. It's, trying to teach you something. It's trying to get you to realize something either about yourself or about the world. And I wish that they would fucking do that with Star Wars. It's so irritating. And whenever people give George Lucas shit for the prequels, I'm like, the prequels, okay. This is what I used to tell people. I'm like, okay, we have all the fun stuff and all like the exciting, all the drama in, the originals, but the prequels are about like Anakin going through like his most awkward years of life. Like if they made a TV show about, kids going through like puberty and coming to terms with their feelings and all that, I don't want to watch that shit. Like, I don't care. I already had to live it. I don't want to have to watch somebody else relive it or live it and have to like myself relive what I had to go through. Nobody fucking wants to watch it. That's boring. I want to see all the cool shit, right? Like, I don't need to see Batman go through fucking puberty and be in like middle school. I don't want to. I really don't. And I think that they did that with Gotham though. So, but I didn't watch Gotham. I had no interest in it. I'm very picky about who plays Selena Kyle because I love Selena Kyle. And the chick that played Selena Kyle, she irritated me, so I didn't watch it. And I was irritated when I saw like pictures of her. I was like, that's not Selena Kyle. So, but anyways, back to what I was saying. So when I'm watching the prequels, it's like, okay, yes, he's going through his awkward phases, but also this is a Jedi who is going to become Darth Vader. Darth Vader is my favorite Star Wars character. So I'm like, yes, I would like to see how Darth Vader became Darth Vader. That to me is insanely interesting. And everything that he was going through, because he's like, 19? In Attack of the Clones, and he's got like the raging hormones. He's in love. He's at this crossroads in his life, and he's like, I got all this decisions. I got responsibility, but these feelings that we're not supposed to have, I got them. And that's what I mean. That's what's going to lead to his demise. And it's like, I want to see that shit. I want to see, when a person's at a crossroads in life and, what makes them become a bad person or a good person. Well, we get to see that with Anakin. We got to see that in the Joker with the Joker. I guess we got to see that in The Godfather, but I fucking hate that movie. But it's still the same damn thing. I just tied in Star Wars, The Godfather, and the Joker. That's how useless knowledge I have. And 520 people watch me do it. Fun times, right? Let's see. $50 if you can guess the name of the spider. No, thank you, Russell. And I don't want to, but thank you for the $2. And yes, I know I've been going on a little bit of a rant. Are you guys enjoying it? Put a 1 in the chat if you've been enjoying my nonsensical rants. I haven't done this in a long time. See, I wouldn't be able to do this every single day. I don't have the energy. Maybe I did. Maybe if I had more of these, maybe if these weren't so fucking hard to find in California, then I could. 1. Oh, I got a 0. Lots of 1s. Okay, cool. A 3, 1. Yay! People like my ranting. I can tell my mom. I am going to brag to my parents, though, that I can pull together Attack of the Clones, the Joker, and the Godfather. This is what I used to tell people was my superpower. I don't know if you ever watched My Big Fat Greek Wedding and the dad in it. I'm like, oh my God, we're like spirit animals of each other. He's like, every word, I can tell you how it's Greek. I can do that with Star Wars. Anything you guys give me, I can do that with Star Wars. One of my really good friends, she just got married, but so crazy how long ago this was. When we were both in college, she's like, I'm taking this psychology class. And she's like, and I have to write an essay about these topics. And I was like, okay, well, tell me the topics and I'll help you. And so she's like, all right, here's this. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to make everything you tell me about Star Wars. So this is going to be fun. So every time she gave me like a psychological like question that she had to write an essay on, I'm like, this is it. And I gave her a big Star Wars explanation. And she's like, Anna, I can't write that. And I'm like, okay, give me another one. Same thing. I gave her a star. She's like, after like the third one, she's like, are all of these going to be about Star Wars? I was like, yes. And you'll probably get an A because your teacher's going to think you're cool. Like when I took my SATs, I don't even fucking remember what the overall score was. All I know is that there was less than 10 people in California that got a perfect score on the essay thing. And you guys know me. You guys have seen me on Twitter. I'm dyslexic as hell. I can't spell to save my life. But you know as damn straight, I had to write an essay about Star Wars for my SATs. I didn't have to. Of course, I made it about it. It was the debate on if people are born good and society makes them evil, or if people are born evil and like nature versus nurture, like did they become good? And so I was like, all right, I got this. And I wrote all about Star Wars, and I cannot believe it. I don't know how I fucking did it. Whoever graded my SAT essay must have been a huge Star Wars fan, because I got a perfect score. And I'm like, never in my life have I gotten a perfect score in writing. Not because I'm a bad writer. It's because I'm, again, severely dyslexic and I can't spell to save my life. So I was like, I could not believe it. They made an announcement like on the school, like things that like somebody in our school got a perfect on whatchamacallit, on the SAT essay. And I was like, how is it me? And I'm like, whoever graded it must have been a Star Wars person. Because then you have to take the SATs like a couple times. So I think I took it twice or 3 times. I know I took the ACT, and that I completely was like, I don't even fucking care at this point. I'm already got into my college. I don't need this damn thing. And it was the morning after prom. So everyone was hungover. And I got to a point, I'm like, this is the stupidest test. It's like, here's somebody's science experiment. Now you have to go and read their science experiment, then write an essay on what they did wrong. And I'm like, I read that and I was like, fuck no. And I circled like things. I did the whole like when they were like find X, and I was like, here it is. I circled. I did not care about the ACTs at all. But I took the SATs again, and I remember my essay that time I wrote about Star Trek, and I did not get a perfect score. So I was like, all right, whoever graded it is a Star Wars fan. That's confirmed. But yeah, that was cool. But yeah, that's my one superpower, is I can tie anything to Star Wars in a way. So yeah. All right, what else is? Oh yeah, so Jon Favreau, Mandalorian, totally went off on a tangent. Okay. So yeah, he's leaving Star Wars, and apparently he hadn't really had anything to do with this last season. I didn't watch this last season. I think I watched episode 1, and I was like, I am fucking out. Hells to the fuck no, this shit sucks. And I was like, deuces, not doing it. Baby Yoda is cute. I will see the memes of Baby Yoda on Instagram and on Twitter, which is exactly what happened. I heard this last episode sucked, and that Gus from Breaking Bad, he was basically cosplaying as Darth Vader. I watched a Chris Gore's review, like when him and Alan did their review. I think it was like clip from a live stream, but it's up on their Film Threat channel. You guys can go watch it. And so I'm like, I didn't need to watch it. I didn't, because one, these aren't Mandalorians. These are, it's so stupid. And I'm like, even with the video game plots, like, oh, here's the big thing. Here's the big final boss. We got to do all these side quests. It's like, no, you guys, this could be so good. And you're doing this shit. It's like, it makes me so angry. And I get a lot of shit because I cried when Luke Skywalker showed up. And if you go back and watch my stream, I cried more when R2-D2 showed up and R2-D2 was Baby Yoda. But of course I cried. I was like, yes. Like that one episode was like the ending of it, right? And it's Luke Skywalker, that not the stupid Last Jedi throwing his lightsaber over. It's like for a moment, we got Luke Skywalker being Luke Skywalker. And for that moment, things were like, oh my God, it was kind of like the thing with Picard, where it's like, I didn't know I was holding my breath. But then when I saw it, I got to breathe again. I was like, oh my God, it just all hits you. And I will play the whammon card. I am a whammon and I get emotional. I'm sorry. So I was like, and when R2-D2, who had been turned off, they turned him off for 3 fucking movies. When they turned R2-D2 on, and he gets to go and be with Luke and be R2-D2, and then he's a baby. Oh, it was so cute. And I loved it. I love him. I love being me. Oh, and then he takes Baby Yoda away. I'm like, oh my God, my feelings. I yes, of course I fucking cried. I'm a girl. Give me a break. But yeah, it was just like that's what people wanted, and then they just continued to do shit, and now they're like, oh, we're gonna do Ahsoka. And I'm like, okay, yes, I get it, Dave Filoni. You got like a raging hard-on for fucking Ahsoka because you're like, this is the character that I created and everybody loves it. Dude, if you were a real man, you would have let her die in Order 66 and gone out like a hero instead of using her as a fucking cash cow. And you guys can quote me on that because that's all he's doing. He's got some weird obsession. I get it. It's your character. You created it. But this is a character you created in somebody else's story, in somebody else's universe. Ahsoka is not the chosen one. Anakin was the chosen one. And look what happened to him. It took his son to bring him back, for him to bring balance to the Force. And then they fucked all that shit up. Ahsoka should have died. And that could have been a really great moment if it was Anakin that had to kill her as Darth Vader and that could have been a fucking movie. Do you know how good that would have been? Is if they did a movie and it was Hayden and they're just like, all right, maybe just like Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. He's in the pod and he's like having memories. They could have done an Ahsoka movie with Darth Vader, made everyone believe that it was like, oh, in the future, but it's really in the past. And it's Darth Vader having a memory of when he killed Ahsoka. And that was like further on the path of destruction. That would have been fucking cool. Did we get that? No, because we're never going to get that because Dave Filoni will never let this bitch die. And I like Ahsoka. I like her a lot. So I'm like, she could have had a hero's death. It's like watching it. It'd be like they go back in time when they're I guess not back in time, but they're going to make the Gladiator 2. And I'm like, why? Why are you going to make the Gladiator 2? Maximus died. He died a hero's fucking death. And he took the bad guy along with him. His family was dead. Oh, whose else family was dead? Oh, yeah, Darth Vader's? Well, his wife died. His son and daughter were still alive. But it's like, okay, you have Maximus, and he died. He died a hero's death. You know, killing the bad guy, defending what he loved, and putting a stand up to the man, right? And let's just bring him back. Let's just bring him back. It's like, so everything he did was for nothing? He died for nothing? Really? Like, yeah, it's cool. You want the heroes to live, but all Maximus wanted was to be reunited with his family. Like, that's all he wanted. He wanted to get revenge and die. That's all he fucking wanted, and he got it, right? It wouldn't be the same if they just brought Maximus back. I've heard that they're making Gladiator 2. I'm like, this better not be... They better not bring Maximus back. That would be so fucking stupid. And it's the same thing with Ahsoka. Just let her die. Let her die a hero's death, and then create another character. Crazy. I don't remember who it was. You guys in the chat might remember. Some YouTuber was debating with another YouTuber that I think was one of my friends. Hold on, my eye is leaking. This happens. I have like the tear duct issue, but give me a second. It does it when I talk a lot. For those that don't know, if you're new to my channel, I was born without a tear duct in one eye. I had really bad surgery when I was a kid. And so sometimes if like wind hits me a certain way, if I talk too much, my nose gets clogged and then my eye starts leaking and it doesn't stop. So I'm not crying. My eye is just doing the eye thing. But see, that's idiotic to think that, Anna. I know. Baby fucking Yoda, brand new character. Everybody loves him. It's like, oh, we can't create new characters. And I remember, I think, God, who the fuck was it? There was a big YouTuber debate, and one of the guys was like, no, it's harder to create new characters than it is to just use already existing characters. And I'm like, Baby Yoda! Baby fucking Yoda! And at one point, none of these characters exist, and they were all brand new fucking characters. So it's like, that's the argument. Again, are you retarded? Are you retarded? And that's not me being mean. It's a genuine question. Like, oh my God, like really? You can't create a new character. Well, I mean, people in comic books can't. We got Snowflake and Safe to Say. I can't believe that shit was real. We got I Am Not Starfire. It's like, all right, uncreative people can't. Uncreative people can't. But Dave Filoni, as stupid as he is, as, you know, lacking in knowledge of Mandalorians as he is, he did create Ahsoka. He did. I will give him that. So he is capable of creating an interesting, dynamic, lovable character. You did it once, do it again. Right? Just do it again. George Lucas did. What? We didn't have Lando in A New Hope. We got Lando. We got Lando. I know not everybody likes Ewoks. I fucking like Ewoks. I'm a girl. I like Ewoks. There you go. You got your Ewoks. We go to the prequels. Oh, Padme. Brand new fucking character. Lots of people like Padme. You got Qui-Gon. Brand new fucking character. Lots of people like Qui-Gon. Wow. Count Dooku. We got Christopher fucking Lee. Lots of people like him. Crazy. Isn't that? And then you got, the spoofs, which are like Jar Jar and stuff like that. But still, some people like Jar Jar. Oh my God, you can't create anything new. Nobody can love a new character. It's like, again, are you retarded? Because I think you are if you think that. And I mean, that's insulting to retarded people because even they are able to understand this very, very simple concept, right? It's like Quentin Tarantino. Every fucking movie he makes, aside from Kill Bill, they're brand new characters. And you like them or you hate them, but you love to hate them, right? Crazy. Oh my God, this one guy who's very talented, very good at writing scripts, very good at directing, completely nuanced, completely independent. Whatever he does, people will go and see because of his reputation, because of his skills, because of his talents. And every fucking movie, it's brand new fucking characters. Whoa, mind fucking blown when somebody's actually talented and good at their job, how it works. Crazy, right? Oh my God. So yeah, Star Wars isn't the state that it is because they're not good at their job. Maybe to give them the most benefit of the doubt that I can, maybe they are not being allowed to do their job to the full extent because they have these weights on them, like Kathleen Kennedy, like this morbidly obese dude that made fun of Star Wars theory. Like maybe that's why, but still, this is where Star Trek proves that they're just bad at their jobs. Because in Star Trek, you had Terry Matalas, who had worked on Voyager, has known Seven of Nine or Jerry Ryan since Voyager, since she started on Voyager. He worked on Star Trek. He loves Star Trek. He's very knowledgeable on Star Trek. So he was able to do a show that is outstandingly popular, that people liked, that, is being shown in theaters, which none of the other Star Trek Picards were able to do. And it's mostly, I would say it's 95% positive. There's a very small, group of people that don't like it, which is fine. You don't have to like everything. We don't have to agree on everything. But it's like, So when you are given limits, you do have to work around certain things, and you're still able to tell a good story and be respectful of what came before and the characters and understand the dynamics. Wow. And then you got Star Wars where it's like, oh, they're put under the pressure and they don't rise to the occasion. It's like, well, at that point, I can't really be sympathetic to you at all. Excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups now because I'm talking so much and I was drinking my juice. But so yeah, I'm just like, I have no sympathy for you. You're stupid. At this point, you're stupid and you're lazy, or you're just lazy, and by that default, you're stupid because you're blowing an incredibly amazing opportunity that so many people, I'm sure every single person in this chat, there's over 400 people watching, I'm sure every single person in this chat could have come up with something better. Every single person here. And I'm pretty sure every person here, even the trolls that are watching, could have taken the time to or maybe just without any research, even their own base knowledge of Mandalorians, could have come up with a better fucking show. It's really not that hard. It really isn't. If you are good at your job and you are interested in actually being successful, then you do have to put work in, and that's all it takes. So this just tells me that they're lazy. And yes, Jon Favreau was leaving apparently because it was so popular, and with Luke Skywalker coming in, that Kathleen Kennedy wanted to go and do hers, and so she was meddling, and so Jon Favreau left, which is basically why this thing is shit. And they're gonna make an announcement soon. Now, I saw this on 4chan a while ago. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but everyone's talking about it now. So I was like, all right, I'll just talk about it on a live stream because I really don't feel like making a video about it. Anyways, let me read some super chats. By the way, thank you everyone for sticking with me through that rant I just did. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Did you get my email, Anna? A link to download Grape Man. I think I saw it, Russell. You sent it in the middle of the night last night. I think. I don't trust links from you. I don't know. Maybe because it's you. I will watch it. I just haven't had time. I haven't had time to watch shows I really want to watch. So all things come to those who wait, Russell. They're all good things. David McCoyne, thank you. Woo! Made it in time for your live stream. LA sucks. LA does suck. Thank you for the 20, man, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you. I wish I had a little clap thing that everyone else does. Russell, thank you. Will they not deliver soda to your door? It's way more expensive, Russell, and it's not available on Amazon Fresh right now, which makes me really angry. Night King Owen, thank you for the super chat. I don't understand the hate for First Contact or the Picardy character in it. I assume the whole PTSD would have made more sense in the of the film came out before the Borg arc in the show. And the show ended. I still like it. Wait, First Contact the movie? Who hates First Contact the movie? I don't know. I haven't talked to any of the people or seen any of the people that you're talking about, so I really can't comment on that. But I thank you for the super chat. Russell, thanks for that. We had Lord of the Rings the last 2 seasons with Elrond. Thank you for the super chat. No, and the stupid Rings of Power does not count. Russell, thanks for that. What if Baby Yoda becomes a Mandalorian? Oh, good God. Maggie, thank you for the $1, even though you didn't say anything. I appreciate it. Not a band account. Thank you for the super chat. Who is mandating that every season of Star Trek has dark lighting, cussing, and torture scenes? What happened to sharing Star Trek with your family? You know what? When everybody argues about this with the children, we must protect the children because of cursing. I'm like, you're a fucking liar if you're telling me your child has never heard a curse word, that you've never accidentally cussed in front of your kids. And at the same time, as an adult, just you can mute it. Or I really want to know what children are watching Star Trek nowadays, because you can't get kids to watch Star Trek. Are you kidding me? My stepdaughter gets so angry when she's like, you guys are watching Star Trek again. She's so bored. All they want to do is play Fortnite. That's it. They want to play Fortnite. They want to watch Mario, which we would definitely need to talk about. So yeah, when I hear that argument, the most people, I kind of roll my eyes at them, because I'm like, I don't believe you when you say you've never cursed in front of your child, or your child's never heard a curse word. Dana does stuff. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, that's my cousin's name. $5 for fun to get Anna a tiny bit of melatonin before she accidentally smacks her mic off the desk. Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I have to take melatonin to sleep, but that is unfortunate. But that's insomnia for you. Cliff 3188. Thank you for that. The writers can't write emotional or familial attachment in the fondling. Why didn't Heavy exclaim his son's name in the beginning instead of the end? Is that The Mandalorian? Because I have not watched it, so I don't really know. Let's see. Let's go look Mandalorian episodes. Let's see. Who is Heavy? Okay. The Mandalorian, the Child, the Sin, the Sanctuary, the Gunslinger, the Prisoner, the Reckoning, Redemption. Okay, let's maybe season 3. Season 3 episode names. Okay, let's see. The Apostle, the Mines of Mandalore, the Convert, the Foundling, or the Foundling. Oh, dude, I can't answer that question. I said earlier I have not watched season 3. I have no interest in it, so I don't know the answer to that question. Ask somebody that has. But thank you for the super chat. Maybe somebody in the chat can answer for you. Ministry of Wrong Thing. Thank you for the 10. Let me get this straight. Geodan's galaxy brain plan was to make Force-sensitive clones of himself. Okay. Oh, Gideon. Okay, so if he wasn't sensitive, trained using Force, then how crap would his clones be? Okay, and I haven't watched season 3, so I didn't know that was the plot. But thank you for these spoilers. It's okay, I wasn't going to watch it. Hi, Kira. Thank you about just showing support as I have yet to catch a live stream. Oh, well, thank you. Welcome. Also, have you taken a breath in the last 10 minutes? LOL, respect. Thank you. Actually, that's where the eye hole comes into play. I can breathe out of my eyes, so that's why I don't have to breathe as much as other people. Like taking breaths, I can go on very, very long rants. I think it's one of my very useless superpowers. Let's see, results saying your dubbing is off, like the 1970s Kung Fu movie. My dubbing? I don't understand. Russell, things about species, Heteroponda David Bowie, name Steve. Okay. Here's all things about Star Wars episode 10, Baby Yoda's Ewok adventure. He's so cute. Not banned account. Here's some funds for more caffeine. Chug, chug. Thank you. What time is it? Okay, Peaches isn't home yet. That mofo. Okay, let's see. Oh, there was more super chats that I missed, so I will read them right now. Sorry I didn't get to highlight them. Russell thinks idea for new Marvel character. Hot Kiki Joe. Her superpower is she can pull literally anything out of her ass. No. Hell no. Matt G, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. Thank you. Oh, yes. Let's talk about the membership thing. So, everyone, you guys all here, I'm assuming, are familiar with my channel, my content, but every now and again, especially when there's a big catastrophe, blowout drama stream on my channel, all these people that have never watched my channel, that aren't familiar with my channel or my content, throw a fucking hissy fit because I give my members perks. One of the perks for my members is that after the live stream is done, I unlist it and then I re-upload it onto my live channel. Now, a year or two ago, I started making them members only, but I leave them unlisted for like 24 hours. So that way, just in case, so less people will yell at me. But basically, overall, my channel or my live streams get unlisted and made members only for my members because they are paid, or they're paying my channel to be members of my channel. And so they get perks for being members for my channel. I don't have a Patreon reasons and all of that fun drama, which I'm not allowed to talk about because then I'll just get more shit. But anyways, that's how you support me further on my channel. And so you guys that actually are members get perks. And so people that don't know that throw fucking tantrums on Twitter. And like, how dare you? Da, 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 da. Who's yelling at you? Oh, let me tell you. I actually might pull up these tweets. It's always from people that I have never fucking seen before in my life. I'm like, I have never seen your account. You have never interacted with me. And you're throwing a fucking hissy fit on my timeline because you don't know who the fuck I am and you wanted to watch shit. Okay. Maybe you should have caught it live, mofo. Maybe you should have caught it live. Let me go and find it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I just want to iterate. I have no fucking idea who this person is. I have never seen this account before in my life. But so this person threw a fucking hissy fit because the last Jack show I made members only, which, by the way, I typically have to do. Jack show, I try to leave up and like unlisted for 24 hours. If motherfuckers start flagging it and I get all of these restrictions and I get, I don't want to get a fucking channel strike. Well, guess what? So that way assholes that are trolling don't strike my channel. I put it as members only. And I mean, I'm nice enough to usually leave them unlisted for 24 hours. So that way people can stop fucking crying. But when I'm getting flagged left and right because people's fifis are hurt, first stop being a fucking girl, because I know that it's men that are doing it. No offense to all you men. That's not a blame on the male race. I'm just going on statistics based on who watch the Jack show and who watch my channel. So people that I've never heard of are fucking crying because I do the same thing that I always do. Right? And they're like, oh, you're lying, da, 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 and like giving me shit for all of this. And like, people pointing out like, don't feed the trolling. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I like laughing at idiots. But so this, people going and like give, like, who does this? Like, I'm sorry, but if you're putting these kind of things, I'm like, really? So I don't know. But People do this. They do their thing. Let me pull up my live channel. So if you guys don't know, here is my live channel. It's called That Star Wars Girl Live. It is linked in every video I ever post. And so if you guys miss a live stream and you're not a member of my channel, I typically re-upload them here. Now, I saw somebody complaining on Twitter because like, you haven't uploaded a Jack show in like months on your live channel. Well, I did, but I had a brain fart and my dumbass scheduled them to come out. But I scheduled them to come out in 2024, not 2023, because I'm stupid. No, it's because I was working on my calendar and it was for 2023. So in my head, I don't know why I thought that it was I thought it was 2023. So when I was scheduling them to come out, I put 2024. So that is my fault for being dumb. They are re-uploaded though. They've been re-uploaded onto that channel. They're just scheduled to release in 2024. So I did fix that. So that was me being dumb, but I download all of my live streams and I re-upload them onto my live channel. But people that don't follow me, that don't watch my shows, that aren't subscribed to my channel, are throwing temper tantrums and calling me a liar because I did that. And I'm like, you do realize Yellow Flash does that. You do realize, well, Tug privates everything. I'm like, you do realize that a lot of YouTubers do this. Eric July does it. Drunk 3PO does it. It's like, but I'm the embodiment of all evil because a stream on my channel, I did the thing that I usually do. Oh my God. Go get the fucking pitchforks, guys. I'm evil. I'm terrible. And it's like, and I even re-uploaded it and premiered it in less than 24 hours. And people still complained. Rumble backup. Guys, I have been on Rumble. Let me pull this up. Okay, everyone that says this, It's a Gundam just made a great point in one of his most recent videos. Okay, I'm going to show you something right now. He's like, oh yeah, people cry about BitChute, but he's like, I've had a BitChute, nobody watched it. I have a Rumble and an Odyssey, nobody watches it, nobody talks about it. Where is it? Okay, so on my channel, so here, I'm gonna make myself little, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so here's my channel. So you go home. This is where all my videos are. Look, I'm live right now. Here videos. Oh look, here's all That Star Wars Girl videos. Here's shorts. There's my shorts. Here's live. Here are my live streams. Look, members only. How fucking crazy. How crazy, it's all the same. Playlists. There's playlists. There's community. Oh my God, community. I post community tabs and stuff like that. Crazy. Memberships. Here's about my memberships. Store. Here's my store. Channels. Here's my other 2 channels I have, which we're going to talk about that in a minute. Here's my about section. You go to my about section. All of these links. All of these links on here. Etsy, Instagram, Twitch, art channel, Amazon wishlist, Rumble. It's covered up by the thing. Here is my Rumble. Here is my Rumble. That's Star Wars Girl. Crazy. I have less than 2,000 followers on there because as much as people like, you need to get on Rumble, Anna. You need to get on Rumble. I have a Rumble. I've had a Rumble for fucking months. None of you mofos that complain about it and like, you need to move to Rumble. How dare you stay on YouTube? I'm like, well, I have to stay on YouTube because all you people that complain about fucking Rumble don't follow me on Rumble. What can I do? And then also, it's like Odyssey. Odyssey was a big thing for a while. I think I have more followers on Odyssey. Yeah, so I got 3,000. I got almost. I'm 5 away from 3,500. I've had a fucking Odyssey forever. More people follow me on that than on Rumble, but I'm like, okay, so everyone that complains, you need to get on these other platforms. I'm like, I am. You don't check. So really, you want to give me shit, but I'm like, but you don't support me on the other platforms. So yes, I do have to stay on YouTube. So yes, I do the members only, which again is for old live streams. That's a perk for my fucking members that are actually, supporting my channel. That, financially, along with, watching my content. And if you don't have to be a member. That is completely fine. I'm not forcing anyone to be. But if people do want to support my channel further and want perks like that, that's how you do it. So people that are complaining about that, I'm just like, oh my God, you never watched me to begin with. So, because if you did, you wouldn't be complaining. Okay, let's see. Lewis QVS, thank you for the 10. Anna, play Battle of Heroes, even if it scares the hoes. What is Battle of Heroes? Let me go Google it. Is it on Steam? If it's on Steam, I can play it. As long as it's not a first-person shooter. I do not do first-person shooters. It's a song. Oh my god. I feel stupid. I was not in a Star Warsy mindset, right? I thought you were talking about like Resident Evil or something. I feel retarded. See, I just had a brain fart. I've had it quite a bit on this. Not everyone. See, no one is perfect. Least of all me. Okay. Russell, thank you. The great man link is safe. You can trust Russell. Why does it make me feel like I can't? Steve Giblin, thank you for the $2, my dude. I just found CR on Amazon. I'll send the link on IG. What do you mean CR? I don't know what CR is. Not banned account. Thank you for the 5. I like Star Trek as a future society to aspire to. Cussing isn't annoying out of strawman moral picnic. Modern cuss words and slang are out of place. Now I agree with that. Okay. Mark Zart, thank you for the super chat. It wouldn't be difficult to fix Star Trek and Star Wars. Put people in charge who love each franchise. Dude, do you know how much I wanted? If you guys ever go find the audio for Quentin Tarantino talking about what he would do with Star Wars or Star Trek. So good. He's like, all the J.J. Abrams stuff is stupid. Throw it out. Let's see. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Simply put the spider's name after David Bowie. Where is your David Bowie super chat? David Bowie. Oh my god. No, Russell. Oh, there we go. That felt good. Also, okay, I gotta do this. Mofo, this person right here. Stop fucking spamming my videos. Stop trying to tell me that I'm your girlfriend. I'm not. I appreciate the support on my channel, but spamming every fucking video with 20 to 30 comments talking about how you're at war and all of this. Calm the fuck down and write one comment. Thanks. Okay, let's see. What else was I gonna? Okay, one more super chat came in. Spectral Citizen, thank you for being a member for 8 months. No, Anna, she has become a Force Ghost like the rest of them when they die. Oh, dear Lord, no. Oh, dear Lord, no. Let's see. I think that was it. Yeah? Oh, did I read them out of order? Did I miss any? I think I might have. Okay, yeah, because that was an old one. That was a member chat. See, this is the thing. YouTube doesn't put anything in order. It's very annoying. Okay, I think I am caught up, though. Okay, cool. Now, let's... what was the other thing I wanted to talk... Henry Cavill. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, let me pull up Henry Cavill. So I want to show you guys. So something got released today. And I'm going to show you because it's all over my fucking Twitter. And it's a doozy. So let me show you. What's the fucking chick's name? Oh my god, chat, help me out. Who's the chick that directed The Witcher? What is her name? I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh no, what happened? Everything just disappeared. Okay, here we go. That's weird. It only has one post. Okay, I have to pull up like multiple pages. Okay, actually, no, I'll just share my screen. Fuck it. Okay, what is her name? Like Lindsay something. She's the one that directed The Witcher. Okay, so they just released this. So today they released The Witcher poster for season 3. So here we go. Here's Witcher season 3. We got Henry Cavill with dirty fingernails. I can look past that. We got Yennefer and we got Ciri. She's all crying. Okay, so we got that. Now, what is the name of her? I gotta find this damn chick. What the fuck is her name? Lindsay something. Let's see. Okay, her name is like, or showrunner, I should say. Okay, Lauren. Let me get her Instagrams. Oh, does she not have an Instagram? Okay. Well, anyways, fuck everyone else's Instagram because I'm failing. Oh, here it is. Here we go. I found it. Does it pop up? Yes. Okay, perfect. It pops up. So her Instagram, all of the Witcher accounts' Instagrams are all like this. They all have the Witcher. And then watch this. Henry Cavill. You know what he posted today? He posted about his Guy fucking Ritchie movie. On 5 hours ago, the day that the Witcher big poster comes out, he posts about a different fucking movie on his new movie. That's what he did. I was like, ooh, shots fired. Look at Henry. And he's talking about, let's see, can you guys? Here, we'll start it over. We're gonna listen to Henry talk. I love the shade that he threw. I'm like, oh my God, Henry, you are perfection. So instead of doing like everyone else is doing and posting about, oh fuck, I did it wrong. Posting about The Witcher, that everyone else that's in the cast and is doing is talking about The Witcher. He is posting about his Guy Ritchie movie. Isn't that?
Look around at Hero. Yeah. Hero's there. Go, squirt, squirt. Yeah. Okay. Fuck it, do it the first one.
Always an interesting one with Guy, because the way Guy operates, he's incredibly creative. And his creativeness is based very much around character.
If you got your outfit,
That's something which I knew we were going to do. My job is just to present the character in the best way possible, the most entertaining way, while still remaining respectful to the kind of person who he was.
Cut it! Henry should turn that way. Deliver the dialogue straight on. Cotton on in a minute.
Yeah, cotton on is right.
Yeah. Not a minute. Should be side own it, but they'll cotton on in a minute. Doing rather well, Hazel, but they'll cotton on in a minute.
The opportunity to come back on to a project like this, to work with Guy with this sort of subject matter, was a no-brainer for me. I jumped in very eagerly.
Remember everything on. I hate it when you smell hot. Okay, so
Bringing their guns out. And then remove 1 sec. Going in 4. Look round at Hero.
In that clip, instead of like everyone else is posting about The Witcher, he's like, I love working with Guy Ritchie. He's so professional. He, has his ideas, what these things are going to be. And it's my job as the actor to be respectful to that. And it's such a big F fucking you to the not to the cast, but to the creators of the Witcher show, because they weren't respectful to him. They treated him like absolute fucking shit. They weren't respectful to the characters or the source material at all. So I don't like Guy Ritchie movies. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I vaguely remember the Sherlock Holmes movies, but I absolutely hate Snatch. I hate Rock'n'Rolla. I don't fucking understand you British when you speak that way. The only thing I thought was good about the Rock'n'Rolla movie was I thought it was funny, or maybe this is Snatch. I don't remember. They both were terrible. I hate them. Those are boy movies. Keep them away from me. Fuck that shit. Was it Rock'n'Rolla when like the guy is going to prison and he's like, I'm going to take you all to strip clubs, man. And he's like, no, I just want to spend it with you, because he was gay. And then his like buddy's like, what? Fuck, man, really? And he's like, yeah, I'm like gay and I'm in love with you. And I'm going to prison. Like, can you just dance, like slow dance with me? And I was like, what a fucking bro, man. Yeah, Snatch is the one with the dog that swallows like the diamond, right? I hate it. I hate that movie. I can't understand what the fuck they're saying. And everyone's like, Brad Pitt is so hot. I was like, he's disgusting. He needs a shower. Ew, he probably stinks. That's like the only time I thought that Brad Pitt was not attractive was in that movie. And everyone's like, but he's ripped. I'm like, I don't care. I have standards of cleanliness. Like, that is nasty. But no, Snatch and Rock'n'Rolla have ruined Guy Ritchie movies for me. I do not like them. I do not watch them. But, maybe that's because the British stuff. Because The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I really liked. I thought that was a fantastic movie. And even watching it now, knowing that, like, Armie Hammer is into, like, cannibalistic sex stuff. Like he's got some weird fucking kinks, man. I don't know if you guys remember that, like all of these chicks that he was banging on Instagram and he was cheating on his wife with. They're like, yeah, he's got like cannibalism fetish and like possessiveness fetish. And so like watching that, like watching The Man from U.N.C.L.E., knowing that, it's like it adds another level to it because like he's like the big hunk, even though it's Henry Cavill in it. He's the one like with the romance and like romancing like the chick that's in it. And so it's like, girl, he wants to cut off your toe and hold it in his pocket because that's what he told the one Instagram chick. But so I like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So that's one of those directors where it's like, I don't like all of their movies, but when it's got something in it that I like, Henry Cavill, I will watch it and I will probably enjoy it. But so yeah, do you guys see that? Is it just me, or do you guys think he's throwing shade? Because I think he's like, you guys are all posting about The Witcher. Fuck you, bitches. Well, he probably didn't say that because he's polite, but I'll say it for him. Fuck those bitches. I'm going to post about my Guy Ritchie movie. I love it. I love it so much. It's so great. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what it was. It was great. There is no way, because usually he posts it like immediately. Like you go on his Instagram, every single time there's like the Witcher stuff, he would post about it. Where is the Witcher stuff? Like he's always posting about his movies and his projects. God damn it, load. You're on my screen all the time. You see Witcher. Like whenever there's like something going on, he's posting about like red carpet events. Here's like Witcher stuff. And then the day that everyone's posting about The Witcher, he's posting about Guy Ritchie. I love it. So I wanted to talk about that just briefly. So yeah, let me see. Russell Hall, thing of the super chat. I'm not trying to trick you. I just want to let you know that spider scientific name, but you had to make it weird. Russell, everything is weird with you. And then the next one, I'm not going to lie, I'm digging Cavill's new mustache. I think he looks significantly better clean shaven, but he's still hot with the beard and all of that because it's Henry Cavill. It's kind of hard for him to not be hot. Todd Filling, I think this is that. Do you think that Star Trek is currently better than Star Wars? Yes. I think they're in a much better state than Star Wars right now. Russell, thank you. You needed to try Snatch before you can hate it. I did watch it, and I hated that movie. I hated every second of it. I don't understand you fucking British people and the way you talk in those movies. I'm like, I can't do it. I don't get it. You guys are speaking English, but it makes no goddamn fucking sense. I can't do that. No. It's not interesting. It's boring, and I hate it. This is one of those things that I say, okay, so this is going to be the weirdest analogy I've ever done. So when you go to the bathroom, there's a toilet, right? Everyone can use a toilet. Not everyone can use a urinal. So movies like Snatch and Rock and Rolla, those are urinals. I'm sure some girls can like it, and I'm sure some girls can use urinals. I am not one of those girls. I'll have the toilet. I'll use the toilet. And I have no desire to try to use a urinal. Absolutely none. So when it comes to Snatch and Rock and Rolla, those are for boys. That is the urinal. It's not for me. It wasn't made for me. And I'm fine with that. I don't want it. You guys can keep it. You guys can keep your urinal. I don't want it. That's yours. Let's see. Okay. Night King 01, thank you for the super chat. Well, for one, I hate Man from U.N.C.L.E. Style over substance all the way. Also, Cavill is annoying in it. What I forgot movie. Oh, what are you talking about? Did you see his ass in that movie? Oh, it is great. And what are you talking about style over substance? It's fun. It's funny. I like the rivalry between him and the Russian dude, the Army Hammer dude. I thought it was good. I am very, very distracted though the entire time. I will admit that. Russell, thank you. Anna, you can use a urinal. I don't want to, and I have never tried, and I never will. Night King, what other hot takes do you have on movies? I don't know. I've already said a lot of them. Oh, Night King, I forgot about you. I'm not reading your super chats, man. You know what Night King does? Night King sends super chats and then refunds immediately. So I'm not reading any more of your super chats, man. I think that's fucked up. I actually might block you from being able to send me super chats because that is very fucked up because it's rude. Well, first, it's like super, super rude. So don't fucking do that. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL, thank you for that. Anna, does Peaches like Snatch? The movie? He's the one that fucking made me watch it. He made me watch it. He's like, this is the best movie ever. You're gonna love it. Brad Pitt is in it. And there's a dog. And I was like, oh, there's a dog and Brad Pitt? Oh, what? I was like, does the dog die? He's like, I don't remember. So, I'm like, all right. All right. Oh, you guys don't believe me? Night King just refunded the last super chat. Yeah, dude, I think I'm going to block you because that's fucked up. Like, just send a chat. Just send a chat. Okay. Deranged Lunatic, AKDL, does Peaches like, oh, I read that one. Yes. Let's see. Yes, he does. He likes that movie. I don't. He probably likes Rock and Roll too. I've never asked him because I don't want him to watch it. I don't want him to turn it on. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Night King. I don't refund them, Anna. I just delete them. It's an OCD tick. Dude, when you delete them, it refunds. So I don't. I don't believe you. And us YouTubers, we can see the end and the numbers don't match up. And I'm going to say that the person that constantly sends me super chats and then the amount of super chats that they send me is refunded and it doesn't show up in the final. I'm not stupid, dude. I can put two and two together. Russell, thanks for that. Peaches used to like Snatch, but then met Cecil. Is Snatch a code word that I just don't know? Let's see. I think it is, but thank you for the super chat. Result, thank you for super chat. Peaches used to like Snap, but then he met Cecil. Oh, that's the one I just read. What's up? What is up, Phil? How are you? Nice to see you here. Let's see. I think Ethan does like the Comicsgate King soon. Has that started? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go through and pimp a couple of stuff. So I am actually, guys, I have an art channel that I need a better name for. So right now it's called Anna TSWG's Art Studio. It's a terrible name. I need a better one. I need your guys' help. So if you like have a good one, let me know. I have no idea. I was thinking of like, I don't know, like Anna paints stuff or like Anna makes stuff because I don't want to just be paint, but I don't know. A lot of like artists have like either that kind of stuff or it's just like their name. Like my favorite artist channel is like Nerd Forge. So that's a really cool name, but like she obviously knew about it before. And then there's like other like I like Slew, I like 1000. Those obviously aren't like artsy names, but I don't know. I kind of want, just in case if I ever get like a plaque from that channel, I want it to have Anna in it. So that way my name is on something. But I don't know. Oh, look, it's Camelot. Anna, you bitch. How are ya? I'm good. How are you, mofo? I haven't seen you in a while. But so, yeah, I don't know what to name it. But I have been filming videos for it. So I've got like actually like kind of very long edited, thought out videos that I've put a lot of work into. And I've been working on a lot of them. So those are going to be released up on this channel soon. I said I was going to release it on Friday, and then so much happened with the Jack show that I just didn't. But so if you guys haven't, you guys want to see like art content from me, like where I'm making stuff and painting stuff, and go over there and subscribe, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate it because I really want to put more focus into that channel than ironically my Star Wars one, because I don't know. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, it's so depressing sometimes to talk about a lot of the stuff. So I would like to just get to a point where I can do this and like have both of these channels be fun. So if you guys go over to my art channel and subscribe, there's going to be content coming soon. Let's see. And then I have an art Instagram. It's where I've been making these reels because I really want to start like an art podcast. And so the way to get artists to come on my channel and talk to me, you have to message everyone through Instagram. And so this was like a tiny little account. So I'm like, I need to build this account and like do the Instagram algorithm thing to get this bigger, so that way people actually respond to my messages, because as sucky as it is, people only respond to higher numbers, which is stupid, but that is the world that we live in. So I'm trying to do all the Instagram algorithm things, which is making reels. So if you guys want to, I can't play the music, I think. Okay, yeah. So I've been making all of these really cheesy reels. So if you want to watch me make stuff, these are actually super fast and easy to make. So I actually like it. I'm like, oh, this is so easy. Whenever I see artists complaining about, I don't want to make a reel, I'm like, bitch, you're lazy. Like, if I can do a reel, like, so can you. This is like super, super simple. You don't even have to film the whole thing. You film like little segments of each step and you got a fucking reel. And then you hold it up at the end and be like, look how pretty it is. Like, this is the easiest content I've ever made. And I see so many artists complaining. They're like, I don't want to do this. I hate making reels. Da, 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 da. I'm like, it's easy. Stop complaining. But that's the thing. See, look at what I just did. Little clips. And I even bought this big paintbrush. I was like, this is specifically for me to do reels and like Instagram thumbnails. So I got my giant paintbrush. So I do stuff like this over there. If you want to go and follow me over on my Instagram, I'd appreciate it. That way I can get my numbers up, and that way artists will actually respond to my messages when I ask them if they want to come on my art podcast, because that would be awesome. So yeah, go and follow me on this Instagram. I also have my regular Star Wars Girl Instagram, so I post stuff like this on there and like cosplay and whatnot. Now this account is hardcore shadow banned. I got really depressed after my sister died, and so what I was doing was on my stories, I was posting like inspirational quotes like "live, laugh, love," and each morning is a new day, and like really cheesy fucking stuff like that. But I know it was cheesy, but everything was like motivational and supposed to get you like in a good mindset. And I got fucking flagged for misinformation. And I'm like, bitch, I had a post that said, don't let your ice cream melt while you're counting other people's sprinklers. And that was misinformation. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that misinformation? And I'm like, I'm literally just posting inspirational quotes on my story because I need to see it to make myself feel better, and maybe there's other people out there that need to see it too, so I'm sharing the stuff that's making me feel better. And as cheesy as it fucking is, it does help when your entire feed is just filled with like things that are supposed to make you feel better. And that's what I was doing, and I got fucking shadow banned on Instagram. And I'll show you, maybe I'll make a reel about it where I can, so on here, I don't know if it lets me do it. So view insights. Okay, so look, I've reached 17,000 accounts on here, and there's like no interaction at all. Like, follows 3. It doesn't show it on here, but on the app, you can see how many are your followers versus how many are new accounts. There is almost no new accounts that my stuff gets shared to. And so it's really, really fucking frustrating. So it's like, oh, yay. So that's why this account hasn't really grown. And then this account has, I can't show you the insights because I'm not logged into this account. But so this account has been doing better as far as traction wise than this account, because I'm shadow banned. It's the same thing on YouTube. A lot of people that created new accounts. So you'll see there's some people that, just created new channels, and the new channels do really, really good as far as growth, and their old channels don't. Well, that's because you make a new one that's not fucked up with the algorithm, and it's really annoying, but that's how it goes. So you guys want to see a lot more content from me, go over to my art Instagram and go follow me on there, and like it and leave a comment, because that shit helps on Instagram. Unlike YouTube sometimes. It's so frustrating. I also have a Twitch where I play video games. I actually am going to play Harry Potter tonight, I think I might go play Harry Potter tonight. I want to paint and play Harry Potter, and I need to go to the grocery store. But so yeah. And then I do have a Twitter. Oh yeah, let me get my Twitch. My Twitch, I am a partner over there, which is cool. They're actually, they like me on Twitch. It's weird. They send me all of these emails about how my streams are doing, and then they invite me to all of these events and stuff that I never go to, but it's nice to be invited. That is the thing. Even if I am not going to go, it's nice to be invited. and Twitch invites me to a lot of stuff, which is nice. I never go because it's all about fucking Fortnite. And I'm like, I got no interest in Fortnite, man. And they actually send people notifications. It's so fucking mind-blowing. I'm like, wow, people send me notifications, or people send people notifications that are subscribed to me. That's awesome. That never happens, but it does on Twitch. So go follow me on Twitch if you want to watch me play video games, which is actually what Twitch was for. And that's all I do on there. All I do is play video games. I might start doing watch parties. I might let you guys pick what I watch. Oh, and then also I do have a Twitter. I just recently lost my blue check mark, which I wasn't sad because I'm like, oh, the how all the celebrities are like, oh, we lost our check marks. I only liked it because it was special, because so I I got my blue check mark from I was fighting with Lizzo. And Lizzo was like retweeting people that were like talking shit to me. And I made it onto like Instagram news and all of that. And so they made me apply for verification. I didn't ask to be, verified. I did try it like once or twice because I got tired of my account keep getting like flagged by people reporting my tweets. And I heard that if you were verified that didn't happen. And like I got denied. And I was like, all right, whatever, I don't care. And so, but then I went to go log on Twitter, and it made me, it's like, you can't use your Twitter until you fill this out. I was like, God damn it. So I did it. And then I got approved. Me and Peaches, we're Giants fans from, because we're from Northern California. So we're San Francisco Giant fans for baseball. Those that don't know. And we went to the Dodgers game, which is, I was so surprised nobody tried to kill us, because Dodgers are like notorious for like being in fights. And so we're there in our Giants gear at the Dodgers game, but it was on May the 4th. So it was Star Wars Day. And me and Peaches, we got to our seat. We're sitting down. We had our like little special R2D2 beanies that they gave out at the game that said LA. So I need to put something over that because I don't want no Dodger shit. And I'm sitting there with Peaches, and all of a sudden, like, I'm like, oh my God, I got a blue check mark. I was like, babe, I got it on Star Wars Day. So that's what it was for me, it was special. And it made all of the Lizzo fans so fucking mad. They lost their minds. Like, ah! And I was like, you bitches got me verified because you're talking shit. And it's an army of fucking weirdos versus me. And I won. And it was so great and glorious. So that's the only thing I was kind of sad about when it was gone. And you know what I have noticed though? Is because I liked the protection that it gave you, because when people report you, you used to get a real person that would review it. So I got significantly less flagged, and that made a huge difference. So it wasn't like every time I'm opening up Twitter, it's like this. And then the fucking Ella Irwin chick, like they flagged me. Some random dude in fucking Norway, was it? Or Poland. Some random dude in Poland flagged me. Let me see if I can find my tweet. It was like a while ago. It was like last week. I shouldn't say a while ago. Wow, I post a lot of shit. Well, that's because it was like a week ago. So where is it? I got put into the Twitter jails. Oh, here we go. All right, so I made a whole thread about it. So I got put into Twitter jail, and so it was like air loading. So what happened was I went up to Northern California because my best friend was having a bridal shower, and a surprise wedding it turned out. So I got to my dad's house. And so me and my dad went out to dinner, and it was right before, whatchamacallit, Anna turned to be exposed. Exposed for what? What did I do? Oh my God. I did a lot of stupid shit, but I feel like I tell all of you guys all the stupid shit I did. So I don't know what you're talking about. What did I do? So anyways, I'm at dinner with my dad, and I was checking my like DMs because it was right before Flashcast, so everyone's talking. I kept checking it and whatnot, and I let Flash know, like, I'm out to dinner with my dad, I'm gonna be a little late, all that good stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm at to dinner, I just saw a message, I got something saying I got another one, so I went to go open it, and then it was weird because it was this, and then it refreshed, and then it went to this. And I take screenshots of everything. So something weird is happening. I took a screenshot. So I got the screenshot. It refreshed, and then was this. And then how it says air loading, I couldn't even click the start button because nothing would fucking load. Nothing was loading. And I was like, what's going on? Like, what did I do? And I actually had to check my email. And so on here, I have the screen recording I took on my phone of my email. And so here everyone says, oh, like just contest it. And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. So when you get flagged for copyright on Twitter, what happens is the person that's flagging you, they give them their ID. So they have to fill in their real name, their address, all of their all of their personal information, and the person that they're flagging gets to see all of their information. And so some random dude in Poland said, oh, I'm flagging her because she posted Disney's content and I work for Disney. But then he has on his like list of things that he does is that he's the CEO of a different company. And this other company is supposed to be at this address. So I looked up the company at that address. That company is not at that address. A different company is at that address. And I couldn't find the company that he listed. So their DMCA system is completely fucking broken because I'm like, this dude does not work for Disney. The company that he named doesn't work for Disney. It doesn't. I couldn't even find it on the internet. So in my opinion, I don't think it exists. And he gave an address for a different company. So I'm like, this is fucking broken. And they're like, oh, well, you can file and you can appeal it. And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. I'm not going to give this random dude in Poland, if that's even true, my real first and last name, my address. I'm not going to upload a picture of my driver's license that has even more information on it than, just putting down my stuff. So I'm like, absolutely fucking not. I'm not going to put down my real information. And so, people that are, somebody say Anna dox him. I didn't dox him. All the information he gave was a lie. And I'm like, maybe because it's like foreign, he can fake his, ID, because I didn't include that in here. I didn't include that in here. But I'm like, all the information he gave was fake. So I'm like, and maybe because he's in Poland, he can fake an ID. Like I can go on Photoshop and make a fake ID and, post a picture of a fake ID, right? But I'm not going to do that. So it's so fucked up how their copyright system works, because to appeal a copyright, all I would have to do is have a human look at this and be like, hey, this isn't right. Like I posted a screenshot that is still up on Twitter, or not a screenshot. I posted a photo that is still up on Twitter that other accounts still have up on Twitter. But I'm getting flagged for it. And like, it's because some crazy person wants my fucking information. So they lied and said that they worked for Disney and they just filled out the paperwork correctly. And the only way to get this reversed is to dox myself. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking doing that. And I think Ella Irwin like untagged herself from this somewhere. Did I tag her? I don't know if I tagged her. But I know other people didn't. She untag themselves. Oh yeah, here it is. So let me make this bigger. Let me zoom into all of this. Okay, so Ella Irwin. So she was responding to everyone else. This is a tweet she responded to Nina. She's responding to everyone else about this, but she doesn't respond to me. I'm like, I'm the one with the issue. I'm the one that you flagged, that you say, oh, this is valid. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. The dude lied. Unlike the people that work at Twitter, I actually looked into this motherfucker. I went and I was like, oh, this is all the information provided? He's a fucking liar. All this person wants is to freaking dox me. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking doing that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. So yeah, I'm not happy about that. So yeah, my blue check mark is gone. And so now I don't have real people that, go and look into this kind of stuff. But not that it mattered, because this chick doesn't respond to me. She responds to literally everyone fucking else, which is really, even when people are like, look, she provided the receipts, you're fucking lying. She doesn't respond to me. There was this other guy. Fuck, I wish I remembered his Twitter handle. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Let me see if I can find him. I think he responded on here, because he was like, she responded to me. And I'm like, yeah, I noticed she responded to you, but she didn't respond to me. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it right now. But anyways, it's a fucked up situation. And it makes me mad. Okay. But yeah, so no more blue check mark for me. And I don't think I'm going to get on. I don't know if I'm going to get on Twitter Blue. It really depends on how many times my account gets flagged. So we will see. We will see. Let's see. Okay. Ravenclaw, thank you for these super chats in a row. Anna the Artist should be a suggestion. Oh, that's funny. I created one and it was called Anna the Artist. And I don't know, I didn't really use it. I don't know, I feel like that sounds kind of pompous a little bit. I don't know. Because it's like calling myself it. I'm like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I too much in my head? Ravenclaw, thank you for the second super chat in a row. IG Reels are pretty helpful. I can speak for that. No, they are. IG Reels make like everything grow. Let's see. Let's see. Russell, thanks for that. I think Camelot is saying he wants to pose nude for you. What? Why? No. Matt G, thanks for that. Check your Discord at your convenience. I never use my Discord and I forgot. I don't use it. Why did I get spammed? I don't want to have to bring it up or open it. I think I deleted the app. Every time I opened up my computer, Discord would open and it pissed me off because I'm like, I don't want to fucking use this. I don't like it. I don't know how to use it. It irritates me. So I deleted the app from my computer. I don't know. I don't like Discord. Doesn't make any sense. It's not organized very well. Can't find anything. It's even thinking about it is a headache. So I don't like Discord. Let's see. Okay. I think I am all caught up on the super chats. Let's see. All right. Is there anything else you guys want me to talk about before I go? Anything? Because I've been streaming for, oh my God, 2 hours. Look at that. I did it. Oh yeah. Let's check Narwhal's campaign one more time. Okay. So Narwhal has his Cerberus book. I have read this. This is linked in the chat. Let's see. That Artist Girl. Oh, that's a good one. But I kind of want my name in it. But okay. Anyway, back to this. So, the Mario movie. Oh, you mean Peaches. Yeah, Peaches. That's what I call my boyfriend for those that are new here. And he, whatchamacallit? He's like, did Jack Black like just go into your mind and like steal your anthem? And I was like, yes, because that's what I say for him. Let's see, Cliff, you missed my last super chat. Okay, let me go back and find it. Okay, let's see. My B didn't know you didn't watch Mando season 3. Point is, writers can't write families, including how parents react to their children being in danger. Oh, I think Chris said how like Mando brings like baby Yoda into like the final battle. It's like, why would you do that? He's a baby. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm all caught up now. Oh, I have one more from Night King 01. Thank you for the super chat. Now this one has stayed, which is always what happens. They stay until I read them and then you delete them. Well, if that's the case, I'm truly sorry, but where in the world is my money going then? I've sent tons of things and never got a cent back. I don't know the answer to you, but I don't know. All I know is that every time you send me a super chat, you unsend it and it refunds. So I would just be aware of that. Let's see. Wise Guys Entertainment. Thank you for being a member for 33 months, my man. Anna, that artist girl. ATAG. Reference to Taggy. Oh, A-Tag. Oh, that's funny. That one is funny. Okay. That's a good one. That is a good one. Okay. I think that's my favorite one so far. You know, I'll probably have a vote on it. So I'm going to write that down and put it on my post-it. And so that one is in the running. I like the A-Tag thing. That's so funny. That one might win. Okay. The A-Tag. Okay, so I have that on my post-it. So I think I'll try to come up with like 3. This is actually how EFAP got formed, was that everyone voted on it, and that's how we got EFAP. Okay, let's see. Did you invite Cecil as he's excluded from Kings? I just wanted to talk... Oh, that artist girl, Anna. I don't know if I like that one. What was that one then? That's Tag Anna. Tag A. Okay, I'll put that one down too, but I don't know. It's just the same thing, just with my name in a different place. Okay, let's see. No, I didn't invite anyone. I was just planning on just talking for like an hour or so, which is exactly what I did and covered topics. So, oh yeah, guys, go back Narwhal's novel, graphic novel. He is trying to get to 30,000. He's at 27,822. I have read this book. It is good. It's basically like John Wick, but John Wick dies and the dog survives, and the dog like is trying to solve the murder of John Wick and get his revenge too. So it's like Dog John Wick. Let's refresh. And it is very good. So you guys could go check it out. Cool. He's at $27,872 with 531 backers. And he's got 31 hours left. Let's see if we can get him there. So he's got, here's all of the, so he's got art. He's got a second book called Cave Slave, which is about basically sexy Tinkerbell getting revenge on the people that enslaved her. So yeah, you guys can go and check that out. So it's 2 books. I mean, you can get the one book or you could get both books. So yeah, and even though I read it, I actually bought the book before because I know everything that Narwhal puts out is great. So yeah, but anyways, everyone, I am going to call it a day. Thank you. Oh, I got another super chat. One second. Oh no, I am live right now. What is up? I'll be inside in like 10 minutes. Ugh. You just knocked down a painting. Pete just slams the door. Okay. 1 second. I'm so mad. God damn it. Okay. Night King thing is right. Well, if that's the case, I really apologize. I thought I was just deleting the message because I always got charged and never refunded. So sorry, Anna. Gotta keep my OCD in check. Yeah, I don't know what it is in here, but let me see. Sorry, I'm totally having a brain fart. Okay. Sorry. Complete brain fart. Yeah, no, when you delete them, it deletes it from us. So I guess you're just giving money to YouTube when you do that. So don't do that. Don't send super chats and then delete them. So yeah, that's what happens. But I appreciate all the support. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, and I'm sorry for all of that. I was mad because I thought that that's what you were doing. There's a couple of guys that go around and do that. Like there was this one guy that used to do that on Simpcast. He used to send like Chrissy like $500 and then he would charge it back. So he would delete it or he would refund and say like somebody stole his card just so Chrissy would like read his super chats and like praise him. So there are people that do that. So I appreciate you clarifying, and I'm sorry if, anything happened on your end, but YouTube is shady as fuck. So in Minecraft. So I'm glad we got that resolved. let's see. Geck812, thank you for not sure if last super chat payment went through. So here's another. Thank you, FOF, uploading to, thank you for uploading to Odyssey. It's handy to have options. Yes, of course. I have it mirrored here and on Odyssey. So I'm on Rumble and Odyssey. If you guys want to go follow me on there, you can go to my About section and the links are there. Let's see. But thank you. Thank you for all of the support, everyone. Peaches got home, so now we're going to go on our adventure to go find Code Red. But thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I think I'll have another video out tomorrow. Fingers crossed. But yeah, until then, everyone, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon. I think Ethan's streaming, so go over to Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel and go watch the Comicsgate King show over there. And until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.
I'll tell you where I thought I came in the forest, when the lightsaber goes like this and flies off. I said, oh, what a great entrance. Ah! Ray caught it? She hasn't even been to Dagobah for training. What's the